All right, let's try this again. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what's happening. All right, let's try this again. Okay, finally. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I don't know if it's free on my phone. I had to turn my phone completely off, turn it back on again, or reset. Clicking the view. Okay, let me go through the chat again since y'all didn't hear me earlier. Lee Pepper, I see you. Good morning. Clicking the view. Good morning, Big Red Diva. Good morning, baby. Sheila, there goes my girl. Hey, P. Good morning, P. Yeah, I saw you over there live yesterday with the tunes. Good morning, TC, my love. Good morning. Happy Sunday, babies. Happy Sunday. Bestie, we in here like swimwear. You better believe that. You hear me? Y'all go ahead and hit that like button, bring us back for Sunday morning. I did it once yesterday. It was so good I had to do it again. I'm lying. I just wanted to talk about the events that happened yesterday because they were supersonic. I'm kidding. What the fuck happened yesterday over at Limon? Okay. What the baby, go ahead and like this. Share this. It's good to see you in the place. Good to be there, P. If you open your popping those jams, you know I'm a music girly. I love music. Music is the soundtrack, the soul of my life. You want to change my mood? Put on some music. Yeah, welcome to Paradise Island, where anything can happen, and it does. There's a few things I want to talk about, both multi-sector and over there in the B sector, because it was sectoring yesterday. Okay, listen. Please know that these are just my opinions. It has never hurt the feelings of anybody. I understand that people can refute, give your opinions, their rebuttals to anything that I say, but we, the people, are motherfucking tired. Good morning, though. What? Let me, how do I say this? The Discord. Let's start there. Lemon has a Discord, and apparently, I found out yesterday that unapologetically Nika has a Discord as well. Father God, Father God. Not another Discord. I understand. Oh, you have P? Okay, cool. I, I think for me, and people don't have to do anything that I do. They don't. They do not. I understand that Discords help in, they're helpful to people's platforms in certain ways, and that's the reason why people have Discords. I don't say that anybody should or shouldn't have a Discord. I just know that once I log off of YouTube, there is a certain limit to where I want to be involved with people from YouTube. Okay, because I feel like it aids and abets in people getting too much involved in your personal life and not being able to shut things off. And I feel like we should limit, right, TC. I feel like we should have a limitation on how much involvement people have with our personal life. If there's a person or two that you want to involve in your life from YouTube, that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to start off with saying this. To say that you can't meet good people on this app is a total and complete lie, right? Oh God. Click interview. A lot went on yesterday. And I can only do a little short recap, y'all. Keep me honest. I do not want to go over an hour. You can absolutely vet and meet good people, okay? But TC, I want to say this lately. I feel like the vetting process takes a while because I feel like just like when you're dating in relationships, hey, I'm bothered for real. Good morning, baby. Good morning. Thank you for being a member, boo. I feel like people wear masks on this app. And when I say that, and y'all, I mean to offend if I do offend. I feel like people mask their personality disorders on this app. So I feel like you can get behind the scenes and you could become friends with somebody and they seem like this one person, and then 6 months later down the line, you like, this bitch got a whole personality disorder and I didn't even know it. Like you will be engaging with straight lunatics on this app and don't even know it. I gotta be real. TC, the way that people are able to put up facades on this app, who they really are. Pink Bow. I mean, I am starting to see that this is a haven for people to come and feel comfortable to Malay and lay out in their personality disorders, and baby, they be wallowing like pigs in slop. Okay? Click on Malik. Malik, are you and Brooke doing a show? I'm actually kind of excited about it. I think it's long overdue. That's why I put y'all in my title. All right. That's it. That's all. I will get back to that. Identity theft too. Thank Tissy. Always with the good jargon. Love that. Okay. And I really, really feel like that. So I feel like you have to be careful how much you share up front with people because you don't really people do put up a good front on this app up front, like who they are, what their motives are with being with you. And it's not that they have motives to try to take you down. It's that imagine meeting a person you think that you kind of met somebody who you have kinship with and you kind of vibing with, and then later on you find out, oh, this he or she ain't too ain't wrapped too tight. They have problems with controlling their emotions. They're a little mentally unbalanced. They're a little undisciplined, and now you form kind of a connection, right? Here's what I'm going to tell people. This is YouTube 101. And I don't care if you've been on YouTube for 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. There's always a lesson to be learned, right? I do this in real life as I do with people on YouTube. You are to make everybody disposable. Okay, now follow me when I say this. You don't ever feel like there's somebody in your life that you cannot walk away from if they become unhealthy. Okay. And I say all this to say, right. So yesterday on Lemons Pant platform, K Sal, look at you. Welcome to Paradise Island, my love. Good to see you over here. I'm just running my mouth on some BS. I think that I felt a little bad for Mika yesterday. I did. I felt bad for Mika. Um, because I feel like she felt a way about feeling like she had formed some camaraderie, some kinship, some whatever she felt. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she felt like she had formed some kind of, you know, associations with women. Because I call them just in case that you finally made it, but you're here, baby. But you're here, baby. And I didn't also know yesterday is when I found out that she had a Discord. And I'm like, oh my God, another Discord. I don't. I want like, do y'all form discords? I think I want to know the answer to that. Maybe I'll ask Lemon, and maybe his reason for having it versus Trap Travell. You're going to get timed out. Say good morning when you come in here. I guess I want to know what is the purpose of having a Discord because everything should have a reason. Yeah, for real, TT. Okay, and I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Okay, of how. I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw yesterday on that platform. And Brenda's not at odds with anybody. I don't know those women like that. I know of them. I've seen them in chats and I've seen them on platforms. And they're main characters to this story over there in the Discord. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. I don't go into people's chats or lives or hang out in places where I have constant discord, because there is discord and discord. You understand me? Where I find myself having constant contention. Now, here's the problem, right? All of those women like Lemon, but they don't all like each other. Got it? And I want to know, here's what people don't understand. Do you know that makes perfect sense, right? It makes perfect sense, not that they all like Lemon, they all like each other, but we don't fucking know each other, huh? We don't know each other. We come into this app and maybe in a sector, there'll be over five, six, seven, eight, 1,000 people. How many of those people think you're going to connect with and get along with? You didn't grow up in the same environments. You have different personalities. You move different. You operate in different. You don't even have the same beliefs. Why in the hell do y'all think that all of these people are going to come together and get along? That's number one. Now, put a pin in that. Hey, Dr. Sophie. Good morning, honey. Good morning, Dr. Sophie. Honey, I need your psychological advice here because we're dealing with the mental patients. Okay, on a daily basis, I walk into a corporate office with people maybe I don't really care for. But I'm gonna tell you this, I love the people I work with. I do. It's just, honey, I'm at a time in my life where, well, thank you, God. I feel like the sum total of my life has led me to the place where I'm in an environment where I absolutely love my coworkers now. Do we probably don't understand each other? Well, maybe people work different ways. Okay, Malik, I'm gonna drop the link in a few minutes for you. I get that. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Y'all ready? We're not all supposed to get along because we have different personalities. Right? We grew up differently. We run our lives differently. Some of us like chaos. Some of us like peace. And so this and that. But here's where mental discipline, which is a learned behavior. Unless you grew up in the military, some of the people in the military, but unless you're in the military, you have to learn to be around, operate around people who you don't like. A lot of people on YouTube don't have that. And here are the signs. Y'all get on the platform and y'all want to be heard so bad that y'all are screaming and yelling over each other because you want to be heard. And I'm right, and I'm right, and you're wrong, and you're wrong. You shouldn't have done that. And if you would, and you could have. Yesterday, I was over at Lemons in that chat, like, this is ridiculous. This is not what? What are you saying? Who did that? Who? We was in the chat saying who? Who said that? Who said that? No social skills, which means that on any occasion in YouTube, we are probably in chats with 10 to 20 people who you don't care for. You don't care for the ad libs. There goes my Benzie. That's my boo baby. Y'all know that? That's Bestie right there. I love me some Benz, right? Okay, Benz, be careful out there. On any particular occasion, you are going to be in chats with people you don't necessarily like. You ever been in the chat and you be like, oh Lord, here comes this in your mind. Lord, here she comes. Yes, fact, Pinklo. Y'all go ahead and share this live out. Tell somebody that Brenda's over here giving her unpopular opinion, but it's mine. Because, baby, yesterday, and kudos to Lemon who tried to create some order, but there's only so much order that he could give to adult women. Like, right? There's a bunch of women, and I feel like uh, they want Lemon to take sides, but he doesn't really want to be in the middle of it, and I can understand that, right? But here's what I want to tell you. Come close. Come close, because I'm getting ready to do a prophecy. My prophetic word for 2025. If the discord continues as is, there's going to be a moment when Lemon will have to step in. And when he does, it is not going to be good. Hmm. Yeah, that's my prophecy. Because baby, yesterday, what are we doing? What are we doing? So here's how I can't make a full concerted I made an assessment yesterday on that platform, right? If you went and you watched Lemon's live yesterday, right? Oh my God. Why do people only call me when I'm live? Okay. Reed, good morning, baby cake. Good morning. All right, and I'm gonna go past this, y'all. I'm trying to stay under an hour. Yeah, loyalty, yes, yes, facts, facts, Malik. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna drop the link. Give me like another 10 minutes because I want to get through this, and then I'll let people come up. And if you want to also give your opinion, Reed, good morning, my baby. Okay, because I feel like it may get so chaotic. That first of all, when I heard the messages and how they talk to each other in the Discord, my mind was blown, blown. At any part of the day, when I am in a situation where I don't like or it's toxic, I can choose, okay, Dr. Sophie, make me something. I can smell your breakfast from over here. Okay, anyway, I don't ever want to be in an environment that I have a choice to be in or not, and I could choose to leave, and there's chaos. Honey, I'm telling you, there was parts of that live yesterday. I was like, wait, what? Wait, y'all was in the Discord talking to each other like that? Wait. So the Discord is totally optional. Like you don't have to be in here. Bitch, I wish I would. I wish I would. I wish I would. I wish I. I wish I. I wish I would go into a place where I have to tussle with other adult women, baby, the language, they don't like each other. And here's my thing, that's okay. You don't gotta like, it's perfectly normal for them not to get along. They don't like each other for whatever reason. After University, good morning. Good morning, Snoopy. You came to see me. Thank you for the blessings and the wishes. Snoopy, I'll be having an amazing Sunday. Oh shit. K-Cell in the chat. Talking about good morning, ladies. Good morning. Y'all go ahead and love on one another in the chat. Y'all talk back to each other. Talk to me because I talk back. Listen, I just can't imagine having days at work where it gets stressful. Y'all here trying to make your money, you paying bills, and then y'all are willingly going into a chat to curse each other out on a weekly basis. What? And here's where I understand. Don't tell me, Brenda, you I want to be in there because we get to be in a Discord where you get to watch movies with women. We get to, baby, I'd have everybody on mute except for Lemon. I'd mute everybody but Lemon if I was gonna stay in there. Lemon and one other person I talk to. I would mute the way I'd be muting, I'd be breaking my nails. I would mute all of you. Ain't no way. You hear me? Everybody be muted, but my one and Lemon. I wouldn't talk to none of y'all. If I have to stay in the Discord because it's something that's keeping everybody wanting to stay in the Discord because after chaos, baby, the way I be removing, unfriending, getting myself out of, I'm just that kind of person. Baby, if you look at my comments and always feel like you need to respond to me and it's messing with my peace, I'm going to block you. I'm gonna block you in the chat. And then I'm gonna make you run around YouTube and make you get troll accounts to try to figure out how to see what Brenda's saying. Because I'm gonna eliminate you from my life. I'm the queen of elimination. Because you're not gonna play with me. That's weird. That's very weird to me. It's weird to me. Good morning, Bronze. What's the word, my guy? Good morning, all you beautiful people. Look at y'all coming in looking all lovely. Okay? Whether you're at home on your way to church in your Sunday best, if you got your fuzzy slippers on, they're the best for you this morning. Okay? When my deceased mother was disrespecting my teenagers for reasons, nothing was said or done. Dr. Sophie, that happened over at Lemons? Oh my God. Where did that happen? Yeah, I know a lot goes on and I miss a lot. So, but Dr. Sophie, if that happened to you, I'm sorry. It happened. I really am. Because y'all know one thing about being over here on Paradise Island and the Discord, y'all, the things that I'm hearing in Discord is pissing me the fuck off. It's pissing me off. It's downright. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of very evil energy. Dr. Sophie, I don't know, you probably don't want to tell me who said that to you, but, you know, and I want to tell y'all, like, let's say, when you watch court TV, and Dr. Sophie, feel free to tell us in the comments if you want to tell us what happened. I'm very disappointed. I'm sorry that happened to you. But when I saw some of the back and forth in that Discord, I was like, what? Baby, ain't no way I'll be in there tussling with other grown women like that. Leticia, there goes my girl. Good morning, my love. Now, Leticia, hey, all of my moderators, at any time, you can drop your link. I feel like I haven't said that in a while, but I want to reinforce, you know, my decorum. You guys are allowed to drop your links at any time. I want you to please promote yourselves, okay? I'm going to bless you. That's those support creators. Oh, love you back, K-Cell. That's my K-Cell, y'all. We be over there at Lord, well my mind ain't with Mahaya over on this everything news page. I met some really amazing people over there, K-Cell. I'm so glad you're over here with me, baby. Welcome, welcome. Heard someone put hands, feet, and elbows on. What? Ree, get over here. When Ree, it was bound to happen. I gotta tell you that. It's bound to happen. Reese, since y'all in here, and the people from the Mo 3 sector, ooh, baby, Brenda, watch your work. Y'all know I vacillate back and forth. Dr. Sophie, I'm still with you. We're still in the Discord. but I want to take a moment and screech. So I heard that Big Baby and I think Callie and them, they were going over because apparently there is some. No, Reed, get over here, get over here. Leticia, I don't know if you saw this, right? But baby, when I went over to List Galley, anyway, but they didn't give a summary. Baby, apparently Candy Asia was over there cammed up on SD's panel. Was it SD's panel? Girl, they got 1,000 screenshots of you over there. And I don't know where Candy Asia was cammed up at, but baby, I knew that she was cammed. They, all right, how about now? Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, I was listening on my other phone. All right, so I was saying that over there on Lipstick Alley, they have 872 pictures of Candy Asia. Thank you, babies. I see y'all. I don't know where she was cammed up at, but baby, they apparently know where you were cammed up at in the Mosby sector. They would meet up and fight in the middle of the street, like no doubt. I haven't seen this from the beach sector. Right, correct. They were pseudo meetups, like when Brooke and Rita was supposed to meet up that time, and that never happened. But I mean, there was some semblances of meetups, right? Some kind, right? Okay, anyway, just stay in your houses. Stop meeting up with people from YouTube. It's very weird, and you're gonna get yourself in these people's in jailhouse. Okay, you're gonna be behind those four walls, and you're gonna have to take up offerings to do your bail. Don't do it. No, it's ridiculous. Don't do it. Okay. Y'all be out here risking lives and jobs and your civility. Don't do it. I'm not ever meeting up with nobody's raggedy son or daughter from YouTube to get in nobody's fight. Okay. And if you pull up on me, it you're gonna be on World Star. Don't do it. But the way that it's not worth it's so stupid to me anyway. It's not my business. People can do whatever they want to. I'm not me. There's nothing in me that desired to want to fight and scratch in the street like somebody's hood rat. No, I ain't doing it. Absolutely not. You gotta be out of your mind. Anyway, Jennifer, Jennifer, I'm talking about this Discordian. Anyway, I'll get back to the situation with what happened with Candy and China, because the situation is really crazy with the recordings and everything. But I'm hearing that the recordings are from last year, June and July, right? And I understand they're old, but here's my thing. I'll never understand why people have each other on the phone for the conversation. Brandon is aware, right? Tell me about it, Leticia. Do I need to drop the link if y'all want to come here and talk about it? I saw some of it. I was in there while he's singing because I know I get a kick out of Brandon mumble singing those words, and I love the ad libs that he does. I don't know why. It just cracks me up. I just do. I love it. No, so Jennifer, right? When Candy Asia and China were bosom buddies when they were friends last year, right? Candy would call Brandon and allow China to be on three-way hearing it. Well, China recorded those messages. I think Brandon said he passed it. It's old news. He knows about it. Well, China has a few recordings. She played them. And I think Big Baby and it was Big Baby Callie and a few other people were going over the recordings. And I think Brandon hit the platform, but I wasn't around to see it. But I don't I don't understand it, right? I'll never understand any of that entire situation, you know. But that's up to, that's on those girls and Brandon how he deals with that situation. Also, while we're here, did y'all see Brandon the other day? Brandon cursed out Candy, Candy Asia, he cursed out Callie and cursed out China. He cursed all of them out, just one full swoop. He was drinking a little bit too. Maybe he dragged him. But I'm gonna tell you something, y'all listening? They love that man. And don't you I bet it, Callie, Candy, Asia. I better not see none of y'all nowhere saying y'all love that man. Y'all love that man. Cause that man be cursing y'all out. Cause he told y'all to leave it alone. And baby, I'll be right back in that chat. Y'all love that man. Hmm. You do. You know, and that's your business. Can't tell people who to love, and I would not. I mean, I don't know y'all situation, but y'all got on Brandon's nerve, and he was going one by one by one by one. They was going down. Hmm. Yeah, all this vitriol over married man. But listen, here's the thing. There was a couple lives ago where Brandon told them, "I didn't tell y'all to fall in love with me. Y'all knew I was married. Well, no truer words have ever been said." Did he not say that? He did. You did. He did. So we're here now, as China would say. We're here now. Y'all knew that man was in a whole relationship, in a whole marriage or whatever, or was married. I don't know. Listen, anyway, the way that Brandon speaks and definites about where he is, how he is, y'all know I'm married. Y'all kept coming after me. He said this. That man said that. Okay, so don't be, we don't want to hear no complaining. Let me tell you something. A man is going to tell you and be honest. It's up to you if you're going to listen. Now, either you're going to deal with the situation that has been presented to you and you're going to shut up. Because what is there complain about? If you know full well the situation, right, that you're in, what are you complaining? What's the complaint? Wait, what? That dude got beat up and Captain showed it. That dude, where? When? That almost make you want to pick my laptop up. Who beat Duke up? Duke. Not you out here calling people out to fights and you got beat up. He was just recently calling before he had his heat stroke. He was calling half of Texas out to fight. Baby Duke, you got beat up? Mm-mm. It's probably not still up. I'm pretty sure they would strike it, but yeah. So let's get back to the Discord. So yesterday, Mika was on the panel. South Patch came up later. Lemon, of course, it was Lemon's platform. So Peace ended up going up. Vince was on the panel. Sharika was up there. Sharika and Mika was really the two up there having most of the engagement. Where the pics at? Can somebody show me when did this happen, y'all? I know I sleep at night. I was in and out of lemons for a while. Read, give it to me fast. Give it to me. What? Okay, let me say this. Even if y'all are right, it's hard for us to see that y'all are right if y'all going batshit crazy on the panel. Are y'all listening to me? Well, let's say we watch court TV, right? Have you ever seen court TV and somebody will go up there and they be like, I am not. I don't argue. I don't talk crazy to her, right? And then the whole time you're on court TV, you're talking crazy in the courtroom. Yeah, baby, certain people behave in a way on YouTube that without a doubt, I know that y'all like that in your real life. And if y'all tell me y'all like that only on YouTube, I never believe y'all. I'll never believe y'all. I seen it this morning on a live. He got it on his page. Who, Duke or Captain? I'm going right over after this because I told you I'm not doing more than an hour. Duke, you've been calling half of Texas out to fight. You got beat up? Ain't no way, Duke. Duke, Duke. Oh, he got on his page him getting beat up, baby. Duke, you know they getting ready to drag you. They getting ready to drag you, Duke. Duke, you didn't call that about 12 people. You got beat up. This ain't good. Oh Lord. Okay. I haven't been over there a while to Duke, but I'll be over there at Captain's in a few minutes looking at this, right? So Mika's upset because she doesn't understand why people were in her Discord that did not like her. She felt away. Nah, the aftermath. No, that. Oh, so what was it just said? Okay, and then we run over, and Sharika's mad because they were arguing, and let me not even go into all of the rigmarole that happened in Discord. It was disgusting. They were talking to each other crazy. There was a lot of that conversation. They said it ran over from the night before. My question was, did y'all continue arguing through the night into the next morning and into the day? But not the fight, but his face. He got beat that bad, y'all. I can't even move forward with the Discord foolery. He got beat that bad. Okay, I'm going over here to look. So listen, yesterday on the panel, Sharika was the Energizer Bunny, y'all. Baby, they wound her up and she could not be stopped. That lady cursed out everybody, almost lemon the kitchen sink and the side table. Well, yeah, it was a lot of yelling and screaming. It's always the loudest ones who get their ass beat on here. Well, I'm getting ready to go over there and see what Duke's face looks like. Duke, who did he fight, y'all? Who? Duke, not you. She went full. You know what, Jennifer? They were saying that she was Dragon 2.0. I don't know how she feels about that. Unknown. Okay, thank you, Ree. An unknown person. Oh, most researcher. Hmm. Y'all getting a little interesting. She was fully charged. A click in a view. That girl was so wound up because they were telling her she's being aggressive. She was like, "Who's gonna stop me?" I am tickled. I was tickled because it was funny, and I think a lot of us. I don't think they found it was funny because they were pissed off about what was going on. And I just want to say this: kudos to Ben's, right? Uh, listen, it's not about not liking Sharika. It was that I feel like where a conversation could be had, it wasn't, right? Because people are going to have their side to the story. And if you notice on YouTube, there usually isn't a lot of people that can come together, take accountability for the parts they played in it, and they can come to a resolution. Sharika was not going to allow for that conversation to happen yesterday, unfortunately, because she was so wound up. So there was no way that that could kind of happen. Unfortunately, right? She was too wound up. I don't know if in the future, possibly, there can be a resolution if calm heads could prevail, calmer heads could prevail, and people could come together and they could talk out their sides. But honey, everybody was an old bitch and a bull, baby. Oh, yo, it was so bad. I said, oh, y'all really, really don't like each other. Like, it was so bad. Good morning, Shakim. Shakim, the Discord is in Discord. It was a mess. Shakim, did you really lose your Bluetooth? Is it gone? Honey, Shakim's like me, honey. 2 cups of wine and I'm ready to fade to black. Yeah. Sharika was on 2000. You hear me? And she was not playing. hmm And Sour Patch came up for a little while, and she did. Oh, I'm sorry, Shakim. Right, right. It is weird to me. Well, kudos to Benz for stating her piece, right? For engaging and then dropping off the panel, you know? Because for me, I would not be able to continue to engage in that way because there'd be no resolution because they tensions was too high. It was too much arguing and yelling. And here's the thing, once you start calling people out of their name, there's not a civil conversation that can be had. Yeah, it's not going to happen because I'm not going to respect you. And I think here's the problem. I think they've all lost respect for each other. Yeah, Ben's tried, and kudos to her because I would have dropped down too because it's like after a certain amount of bitches and lesbian whatever, there was a lot of conversation about that. Like once you engage like that, there's not going to be a civilized conversation because you know what I mean. And I understand that they're upset and they have their sides and their rights. Like I don't know all of what happened in that Discord. I don't know all of why they're angry at each other. Everybody has a right to their own opinion, but once they come together, right? I feel like parties aren't even willing to try to make peace for Lemon so that like maybe he can enjoy his Discord and have all the people that he has in there. Ghetto was running through the chat talking about there's no peace when the family feuds. Ghetto, get out of here. Love you, Ghetto. Get to moving. Move it. We're busy here because never has a resolution been found because somebody says nobody wins in a family feud, sir. We're past that. Chuck him. It was annoying me. Ghetto, stay out of it. The ghetto was in the chat talking about, does anybody have a Discord that I can join? You want to join another Discord after this? I'd say let this be your last Discord. First and last. Yeah. Wait, Lord Ghetto was worried his chats were going to be exposed. He started acting manic. Baby Ghetto, what you be doing in that Discord, sir? 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 What you be doing in that Discord, Ghetto? In the ghetto. What you be doing in there? Baby, it was a mess. It was a mess. And apparently Binary was doing his members live. I'm not a member over at Binary. I told y'all a little bit about how I felt about Code. I do feel like he is very calculated. I do. I do. And I know that he has issues with the way Lemon talks to him and all of this kind of stuff. I don't know if he's still a co-host. I believe he is. He didn't want to come over. Okay. I mean, he does not have to. The same way I felt yesterday, right? Let me tell you what annoyed me yesterday. Okay. The issue that happened with Envy. Okay. Now, they said that Envy felt a way about, Mika going live. I don't know if that's true. Okay. I don't know if that's true if Envy got upset about that. Envy's a good guy, but he does get a little sensitive. And I want to say that. Envy knows I know. And I genuinely like Envy. I do. I'm glad he's back out in the YouTube street. I'm glad he's giving content because he does well thought out content. Do I always agree? No. No, no, I don't. I don't always agree, but that's why we each have our platforms to talk about, what we want. But for them to be talking about Envy, they said you lying about the power going out in your house. Come here. Who the fuck are y'all? Who are y'all? Because if Envy, as a grown fucking man, decided that he did not want to come and hit Lemon's panel, are y'all cool? Are you cool? That man doesn't have to explain to you, oh, Envy's not coming, baby. If I'm somewhere laid up in the house, half naked, with a bag of Cheetos, watching TV on a Saturday night, I don't have to come and hit anybody's platform. Are y'all okay? If if it's yeah, Shakim, I said that, but I don't think it's Lemon that's making it cult like somebody said before, cults have been formed by the people and not the leader. I think it's the people that are making it into a cult formation. not limit. I think it's them. And I stand with, I've said this a couple weeks ago. If y'all come over here, I was talking about it actually on Ben's platform first. I feel like it's a lot of weird behavior. Like they kind of clamor for right, Sheila, I like who I like to. I've always been like that. And sometimes I like people will be like, "Ooh, Brenda, yeah, I know. It's just that's just me." But Tracy limits and Tracy the binary members only allowed to get him to come over and binary wasn't having it. And here's the thing, Jakim, him and Envy don't have to pull up, right? They're grown men. If they feel like they need a timeout, they need a reprieve, or that something happened, the power went out in the house, they really don't owe anybody an explanation for why they didn't come over. You know, sometimes our Saturday night are hours. Last night I did watch The Straw though, by Tyler Perry. A new movie came out. It's good. It's on Netflix. Go ahead and cop that. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that. It was a good movie to watch. Little date night movie. You know what I mean? Good movie to watch. So it's a tearjerker. I don't know if men will like it. Y'all know the movies I pick, people don't really like it, but they good movies. Okay, nonetheless. But those men don't have to come over if they don't want to, and sometimes it's for the best. Sometimes karma has duty to prevail before we can have conversations. You know, I also said this, right? I feel like binary knows his intentions, right? And if he does have good intentions, that's great, right? I think that sometimes what he feels are his good intentions, they don't. We can have a thought about something, right? And we can think this is a good plan. And sometimes your plan doesn't translate to doing good because I really feel like sometimes binary kicks up unnecessary shit sometimes. You know, I think and maybe he feels like by him unraveling and open up and talking and having certain conversations that it makes for more showtime over at limits. Like, I'm gonna keep the noise going. I'm gonna keep people talking about it. Sometimes that absolutely does work, and I understand him doing that in certain aspects. I do, but at other times, it puts a spotlight on Lemon, and it makes Lemon look a little funky. And I feel like Binary doesn't understand that sometimes he does that. You get me? There's good promotion, and it's like, oh, let me go over here and check out what's going on in Lemon. And I think there's other times where he does that, and it brings a negative connotation to Lemon. I don't think he gets that. Sometimes he does that, right? And now I don't know, but that's just me. Like sometimes I want to be like, can you just like let that go? Can you chill, my guy? Like, God damn. Envy was telling the truth. We both are in Atlanta. See? And I believe Envy, what would that mean have to lie about that for? Like, for people to run in the chat, yes, it is a tip. Kim, oh my God. It is good. And I found out about it yesterday. I went right over there and clicked my little button. Oh, you saw it too, Ree? I was going to post on my community wall to tell people to go, look at my 504 girl. Good morning, baby. Yeah, it's definitely giving no real friends outside this app. And it's the only human interaction they get. And listen, it might be. It might be. It absolutely might be. You done with it all, Dr. Sophie? Yeah. Because I think at a certain point it becomes too chaotic and people have to choose their poison. You understand me? Jennifer, you think he understands exactly what he's doing? Yeah, he stirs up a lot of mess. And I like binary, but I think he stirs up a lot of mess, and that's just my thoughts, my sentiments. I do. I think he stirs up a lot of mess. And some of it's unnecessary because he deep dives into stuff and then people start I don't know. And maybe he feels like he's doing good. But baby, sometimes be over there and I'll be like, are you for real? Like I be in his chat. I know I annoy binary sometimes, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't be like, okay, I'm catching what you're giving and I don't agree. I'm not a yes woman and I'm not going to agree with somebody just because the chat is be like, yeah, we see that. And I'll be the one in the chat going, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, no, I've never been that person. Yeah, if I see something and it's like, well, I don't really see it that way, like, right? Just like when Binary did that, his big one with Brooke. I was in the chat calling Cap. I'm sorry. I'm calling Cap. I did. He was like, no, Brenda, I mean that. Nope. I was like, Malik, you playing in your face. I don't care. And he could disagree. He could say, Brenda, you're absolutely wrong. I'm being poetic, and he's waxing poetic over there. And he's really like, I felt like Binary was saying that because he realized that Brooke was beautiful, that his that all the things he said about her now have changed. What? So she was ugly, which just stands for the same. She, that's why I don't believe you. I call cap, and that's fine. But generally, I go over to binaries in the morning because I like the fact that he kind of gives a different perspective to the mornings. You get it, right? I like that. I do like that there's a different perspective. But I feel like, okay, are you going to be a manager and a co-host too, Lemon? I feel like what he does sometimes make people question him being a manager over there for Lemon. Because I think that as somebody from the outside looking in, you would go, are you for or against this guy? I think that's where my mind goes. And I think sometimes when I get over here, I get confused. And he might say, well, just because I'm a manager can't doesn't mean I can't question Lemon. Yeah, I guess so. I guess out openly, you question a limit on your platform, and then sitting next to him being a co-host and a manager for his platform. I don't know. That's odd to me. I don't. I don't know why that's just odd to me. It really is. You know. Yeah. Like I don't want my manager out here making me look kind of suspect, but I don't know. That's just my thing. I be coming over there confused as a motherfucker sometimes on these commentaries. Cause like I feel like this. You do commentary on a person who you claim to fuck with, right? The commentary is maybe somewhat damaging. It's a little weird. Good morning, bro. Kind of put the person out there, not maybe in a good light. And then you go and you sit next to that person. And as a rational thinker, as a logical thinker, I come into the chat and go, what the fuck's going on here? My mind is like, what? So part of me goes, well, this is YouTube and this is entertainment. So maybe they do this to drum up more controversy and get people to come in and to bring numbers, right? They do it as that way. And then another part of me goes, man, y'all here causing bullshit for the people that you fuck with. So you see both sides of it. I can honestly understand both sides of the coin. Uh, yeah, that's why I said he knows what he's doing. Yeah. So right, Jennifer. So that's my little conspiracy theory, or not even that. My logical breakdown on the fact that I can see both sides of this and why Binary might do some of the things that he does. So, because sometimes I be y'all when I'm telling you, I be just confused as a motherfucker sometimes, sitting in the chat like what? And here's the thing, Envy does the same thing. Envy does the same thing. Envy will do a whole entire live about lemon, and then and there will be and then be writing lemon chat. And I love the fact, honestly, wait, Sheila, I love the fact that honestly that they can do that. I do. I think that there's a novelty to that. Like y'all can have disagreements or have different opinions and still be right back in each other's chat. Lemon's gonna eventually hear the commentary, and he may drag and call y'all a few bitches and curse you out. Or y'all will hit the panel and y'all will have a conversation about it. But I think that it's interesting watching these moving parts during the day. Y'all, it's very interesting watching them. But just like them, Brenda's always gonna have her opinion. Because if I'm watching stuff, my mind, my mental is like calculating like all the moving parts, and I'm going, this is some. Hey, 420, did you hear that Duke got beat up? Bro, did you hear about this? Brenda, I gagged that Queen Pisces got removed as a judge, but still has her rent forgiven play. So I did wanna tell you, I did peep that. I did peep that. I found that very interesting. And I don't know if maybe Lemon forgot or he doesn't care, but I don't know. Y'all know I spoke about that yesterday. That whole situation that went on with her was very off-putting. I didn't like it, but you know. Good morning, Tony. Tony. Tony was over there with us yesterday. Tony, I said that Sharika was wound up like the Energizer Bunny, and there was no stopping her, baby. They made up. When, Tony? Yeah. Let me give y'all 10 more minutes. I'm gonna drop this link because baby, what? Amen. And listen, this is one thing. Even Lemon said this about himself. He's very forgiving. Baby, I can't do it. He says he still fucks with her. She just can't be in the show. Okay, I get it. And listen, 5 judges are more than enough. More than enough. Baby, she was going. Let me tell you something, Sharika. Mm. Baby, she was. Wait, Tony. I told them she was cursing out Lemon, the door, the sidewalk, the window, the people next door. Anybody who came into the panel could get it. Honey, what? Anybody could get it. Yeah, she was on it. She was on it. And then ODS came up there. ODS is so petty. But I love ODS, y'all. He came up there. It was a mess. Sharika was borderline give me dragons last night. Yeah, they did you see that they was calling Sharika the Dragons 2.0? She was Tony, it was a lot of energy. I had to leave and go finish watching my show because there was a lot to behold. Way too much energy. And what I said, though, because Tony, you weren't here, what I said was no civilized conversation could be had once you start throwing out insults and not dealing with the actual factuals of the matter. Nobody's going to hear you. Because after you calling me a couple of dumb bitches and old hoes and all kinds of stuff, baby, I don't care what you have to say. Baby, fuck you. Yeah, it wasn't going to work. And that's why I said, like, it couldn't even be a conversation where people can calm down and come together for lemon, which was unfortunate. But, like, you got to know that if you're coming at somebody with that kind of energy, they're going to reciprocate. She called Ben, yeah, she called Ben's a couple of bitches and a couple of dykes or whatever. There was a lot of negative uh slang in terms of Ben's sexuality, which I don't really care for. I didn't care for that at all. And it seemed like they were doing that in the Discord too. Yeah, right. That ain't my friend group either. But Ben's is my friend, but I didn't have to leave because I couldn't absorb. Yeah, I definitely had, right. 5 or 4. It was a lot. My boo.
Bonsoir, how you doing this
N-
morning, ma'am?
Not bonsoir. Wait, wait. Shakim, please tell us about your wonderful night first before you go into your opinion.
Yes, I can. Yes, and keep in mind that my last name is Winehouse, because it was drinks everywhere. But yes, yesterday my sister celebrated her graduation as an RN. Even though she graduated
Yeah.
6 months ago, she's
Hmm.
finally had the opportunity to celebrate, and so we had so much good food. She rented out like a little, like a entire, like kind of like a ballroom. It was
Nice.
tables. Each table had like a 90s theme. The theme was 90s. So she was like
Hmm.
the fresh nurse. And everybody had just these 90s outfits. It was so dope. Um, they had a bar, unlimited drinks. They had it was just so much going on. They had a DJ who was
Oh, I
jamming for like
love that. Congratulations. I did see the picture with her with her little nurse's uniform. Listen,
yes. Hmm.
anybody who's out there cracking their goals because and doing all that work. Congratulations to your sister, though. But Shakim had such a good time that he was losing shit, y'all. Go ahead, tell him, Shakim.
Oh yeah. So listen, I don't drink like that. I'm a social drinker. So
Right.
when I tell you them drinks was so good, like the drinks had like air coming out of them and shit. They had fruit,
Mm,
had
bo-
pineapples in it. It
fancy
was
drinks.
they were good drinks, like top
Mm-hmm.
shelf liquor, like
Mm-hmm.
a mixture like Hennessy and cognac and whatever. But overall,
Damn.
we just had a good time. I saw my dad was there, my mom was there, my aunties was there,
Yay.
my cousins was there, the people she met in nursing school was there. Everybody just kind of came together and just got along so good to celebrate my sister. So I had a really good time.
Aww. Yeah. The best of luck to her in her career. Baby, go out there and make that money on. You hear me?
Yeah,
But
she got me
Kim's.
thinking about becoming a nurse at this point because, listen, her
Yeah.
hourly rate at this point is right up there with mine as like a engineer. So yeah, it's
Let,
definitely a
let
good
me tell you
decision.
something. Kim, the other day, I watched this traveling nurse talk about how she made $9,000 in 1 month. What? $9,000 in 1 month? Yes, baby. I'm single and with no kids. Yes, the way I be out in these streets making this money, absolutely. But Shakim lost his Bluetooth, lost his AirPods, right?
I did, and those were my Apple
No.
headphones, and they were so expensive. And it's just I'm a little irritated at myself, but I can't be too mad at myself because we was dancing, hustling, just doing so many different dances. I don't even remember dropping them, to be honest. So, you know, learn
Yep.
from my
Well,
mistakes. Don't bring your headphones if you're gonna be drinking.
okay. So Shakim, tell me, based on the situations that I spoke about, what are your thoughts? Because I know you got some thoughts.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm glad you dropped the link. I don't know how much time you have, but I'll try to be quick. So,
No problem.
so number one, I heard that he was really upset that Binary and Envy weren't at his channel, and I just find that very. Do I have an echo?
I don't hear it.
Okay, maybe it's on my end, but
Mm.
I was actually in Binary's members only while I was at the party, and I saw
Mm.
Tracy come over there and tell Binary Tracy ain't speak to nobody. She was just like, "Binary, Leonard's looking for you, babes," and Binary was like,
Tracy came right in, didn't speak to nobody, huh?
like she was on a mission. She was on a mission. This is meditation. This is elevation. This is conversation. Yeah, she was on some Biggie Small shit, and Binary was like,
Mhm.
Tracy, this is a members only live stream. This is a members only live stream. So Binary wasn't having it. So I don't
Oh,
know what the hell they had going on over there at the drunk Bates Motel. But
oh Lord.
apparently Binary's presence was missed and requested, and so was Envy's. And I just feel like, it's given need a panel. It's not giving organic. It's given like, you have a duty to be here 5 days a week. And it's just like, damn, can
No,
this
but
man?
Shakim, let me tell you what happened. There was
Mhm.
there was conversation about some issues with Sharik, not Sharik, with Mika and Envy. So that's why that came up. So they want to try to resolve whatever situation happened there. Now, it came up with Binary because they were saying that Binary was mad at Lemon. So when that topic came up, they was like, "Well, where's Binary? Go get him." That's why that came up. So they were trying to resolve those two situations. So, baby,
Okay.
look. Well, let me see what 5 4 girls saying. Binary was in his feelings because Lemon went to YouTube camera the other day and I said, "For real? Everybody's so sensitive lately, Shakim. Have you
Yes,
noticed that? Everybody's so emotional.
they are. They're like Carl Thomas in the '90s. I'm
Say it. Come on,
emotional.
Shakim. Hey.
And let you know. Like, and I don't know if that's true or not because I do need. This is why I need my headphones because I can't listen to anything. But I was in Binary's members live. So 504 girl, are you a member over there?
See, I'm not. I didn't even know he was when a member. See, that somebody they kept saying it in the chat, and I didn't even know. And they were saying that he felt away. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And then how does envy come into all of this? Like as far
Well,
as
so I
Envy's.
want to tell you what I heard, and everything y'all know. If I'm not there to say this is absolutely what happened, because I speak in definite if I was there. Now they were saying, because I did see Envy and Mika's last live. She was saying if he wanted to redirect, he said he wasn't going live. People are saying that Envy was mad because Mika went live at the same time as him. I don't know that to be true. Okay. Now Envy lost power because they were having storms down there in Atlanta. People were coming out saying he was lying, which was so ridiculous. Like that's a grown fucking me. Okay. So they were saying that's the reason why he was coming to lemons and he was lying about his power going out. That man don't anybody explanation. Neither did binary. They don't want to hit a panel. They want to hit a panel, right? And plus, binary was live. But so they wanted Envy to hit the panel to work out whatever situation he had going on with Mika because apparently they were saying he felt away about what happened the day before.
Okay.
That's exactly what the issue is. He even shaded YouTube cameras. That's why I don't do him. Oh wow!
But that same day, he went to both lives though.
So he did
Remember?
end up going. So he did end up going to binaries.
Yeah, remember he ended his live, said he was going to Discord. Then YouTube cameras went live at her usual time at 7. He was over there for about 2 or 3 hours arguing with DG and who else? I
Oh,
forgot who else.
I did see that foolery. I still don't understand that at all. Like that was confusing to me only because DG was saying that he was up here on Nurse K's behalf, and I'm like, you a few weeks late, my guy. Like, why are you what
Right.
took him so long? Right? I felt a little confused by that, right? But okay, so
Mhm.
both 504 girl and Jennifer are both saying he was in his feelings days happened because Binary was watching the numbers and YouTube cameras are beating him. So 504 girl, let me stick there. Let me put a pin there. Because now that's pissing me off a little bit. Because are you going live at the same time as YouTube cameras to try to beat her in numbers? Because why would you even care about that? Why would you care about that? Now that annoyed
Yeah.
me a little bit. That annoyed me because I don't like that.
Yeah.
And
You know,
I,
one thing I'll give him binary is that binary usually doesn't get in his feelings about YouTube cameras and Lemon being at a different place because at the end of the day, Lemon still came over. So, and then
he
also
did.
Lemon saying that he didn't want no parts of binary's straight man panel, but apparently now he does want parts
you
of it.
you you mean
So,
the manly masculine panel? Yeah, Christ. The straight man panel. You know what? I don't like that, Jennifer. If that, and that's why I'm telling you that these people are very strategic in the things that they're doing, and I'll be catching game, I'll be clocking game, right? Um, I if this man went live is going live at the same time as YouTube cameras intentionally because he made it seem like he just did it because of a time constraint, right? That he needed to go live for that particular time because of work and the schedule and all that other stuff, right? But now, based on what you guys are saying, it really appears that he's in competition for the morning numbers. Hmm. You want to take over the morning show, binary? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to take over the morning show? You want to be the top rated morning show over there in the beach sector? Mm. Sure, Kim. Could this be? Well.
possible. Now, did you hear? Because I'm getting some messages that in the YouTube cameras chat, Terry Me dropped down to let everybody know that she was kicked out of Mika's private Discord due to not agreeing with the doxing being done.
Wait, say it again.
Yeah, crack Mika apparently kicked out Therapy or Terra Me or Terra ABC out of the Discord because she didn't agree with the doxing being done over there. Breaking news.
Wait, wait, she was saying they were doxing over in Mika's Discord.
Yes, yes, and a lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people have been saying she's been doxing in that Discord.
He was mad that he didn't hit his 1K with audio. Look at Leticia. Oh my God, y'all been so good to me this weekend. Leticia, shout out to you for the gifted memberships. If you are in receipt of one of those amazing memberships, please go ahead and thank my good girl, Leticia. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you. Yeah, who did she? And let's do that because I don't like when people do that. Who was she over there doxing? Because I can't imagine that Mika is in there just doxing people in an open Discord.
Really? Wow. You
Right,
must not know her
Tony?
history. You must not know her history like that. But
Well, I did hear that she used to be with no, what's the lady's name?
nosy hoe.
She did come. Okay, so Mika has stated that she used to dox right for nosy holes, right? When she didn't know that doxing was illegal or whatever. So I don't want to. I don't really know all the stories to that. I don't know if you know more, but
Hmm.
if if people say that somebody's doxing, can y'all please tell us who they doxing?
Yeah. So I know that she said that people are feeling uncomfortable around her because she was doxing the Devon Artiste guy, and that was months ago. But apparently, she was sending that to the entire Discord, not just to Lemon or JW.
Oh,
And so, because she was so, careless with her doxing and skip tracing months ago, I'm guessing it's created a culture where, doxing is just kind of like frowned upon in the Discord. And so it
yeah, they
obviously still
definitely.
has to be happening because why would Terry Me be getting kicked out now, as of yesterday? So obviously somebody's still getting doxxed. I just don't know who it is.
Okay, Jeanette, you're welcome and welcome to Paradise Island, baby. Y'all go ahead and enjoy those new memberships. I'm gonna do a members only live tomorrow. Listen, hey Ghetto, good morning, Ghetto. I was talking about you earlier. Faith, good morning, baby Kate. Good morning. Um, I totally disagree with doxing in Discord. I don't shouldn't be doing it, period. But the doxing in the Discord, like Takim, I told you before that I was very confused about that Devon Artiste guy. And I did not know why Mika got involved. And I think I asked you about this before. Because I don't know, sometimes I get confused about stuff that happens because I thought you and her were on the out. So when you told me that she doxed that guy, I was just, I don't know. And maybe she felt like she was helping Lemon out for doing it. I wouldn't have got involved in that, but I can't tell people what to do. I'll say this. If that's true, they all don't trust her. Why would they? Tony, Tony, good question. Good motherfucking question, Tony. Let me put that up on the Summer Jam screen. Why? Right. Because it was only yesterday that I found out that Mika had a Discord.
Same here. I had no idea that she had
Right.
her
You
own.
didn't either? Yeah, I didn't know.
Like I knew that Beans and Cornbread had her own Discord, and that's another thing that I am going to
Wait,
touch on.
wait, 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 wait. Beans and Cornbread has her own Discord.
Hmm. Yes, she does, and she hasn't been around. Like I haven't seen her on any panels. She used to be one of the first people up there, putting a big titty in Lemon's mouth. So just find it interesting that
Um,
she's not around anymore. Very interesting.
I want to say this, okay, and I'm going to be honest, right? Because Beans has been in the nucleus of a lot of mess, right? For whatever reason in that Discord, right? We know Beans is very, very opinionated, right? Nothing in me wanted when the Beans hit that panel yesterday, and I don't know if anybody can agree with me, right? Oh, they had a syndicate Discord, also was in Lemon's Discord, right? Or was it separate? Because you know that you can have good morning, Lord ADS, good to see you. So you know that you can have private groups within the Discord, okay? But if you create your own Discord separate and aside from theirs, that's something different. Those are two different things. I just want y'all to know that because I've been in a Discord before. And you can make your own group within somebody's Discord and just invite certain people into that little group. It's almost like it's adjacent to you go on Instagram and you make a group. It's like that. But you do it within the Discord. Binary number was good. He was pointing out he kept over 200 with no mess. We like no mess of binaries. Gemini 75, thank you for your opinion. There is lemons Discord and inside. Okay, right. Okay, that's what I'm talking. Thank you, 544 girl. That's what I was trying to say. Mika was put out. Lord have mercy. Uh,
504 girl, I don't think it's all within the same Discord because I remember Nurse K showing certain messages and Lemon was like, "Oh, I'm not in there. I'm not in there." You know what I'm saying? And then Terry Me was very, concise with her language as far as Mika kicking her out of her own private Discord. So I don't even think it matters if it's a Discord within a Discord within a Discord. I feel like we need to focus on why Terry Me was kicked out and why everybody all of a sudden has a problem with Mika doxing when she's been known to dox for 5 or 6 years. Can y'all help me understand that, please? Por favor.
yeah, and I agree with Ghetto because no mess at binary is hilarious. The binary is messy, and he is. Good morning, Daquan. Like he is, and I think sometimes that's what I like about binary because I think everybody likes a little mess in the morning, right? And he kind of speaks on stuff, he kind of pulls stuff out, but he is messy now. He's not. I actually call him messy binary. The way it was explained last night, but either way, it's a hot mess. Okay, I don't know. Terry, him, and a few were removed last night because of what they were saying during the live. Oh,
It's about, I think, okay, so other people were also removed from Mika's Discord, and it wasn't just Terry Me. Gemini, who else was removed? Do you want to let us know? Because I wasn't
tell
watching.
us. The way that people were getting thrown out of these discords, Jakim, it's a mess.
They bad. Listen, they over there getting thrown out like they ain't paid rent, and it's been 2 weeks, and they didn't already filed
Yeah,
their eviction papers at court and didn't show up.
because I think that what Mika was saying yesterday was that Terry Me speaks. No, not Sour Patch was saying. I think it was Sour Patch was saying that. Can you hear me, second?
Yeah, you cut off for one
Okay,
second.
okay. They were saying that basically Terry Meat always tells them to stop, like Sour Patch and that little group, like Sharika, but she never tells the other side to stop, and that kind of was pissing them off. So I did hear that dialogue. This was someone to turn around and make another sneaky leak discord to be exposed. Right. Listen, and I know Ghetto was saying this yet last night. And Ghetto, I was telling you, Hirsch, you be quiet, Ghetto, okay? Because there is no safety in discords. There's no safety. You said ain't no fun with the family feuds or whatever, however the slogan goes. The family's been feuding. The discords have been being exposed. Don't say anything that you don't want exposed in those discords because the issue's coming out, ghetto. Ghetto is coming out.
And ghetto,
Okay.
I take issue with that reference because at the end of the day, all right, these broads ain't family. All right, a lot of these broads are just thirsty, lonely women that need a platform
Oh
to go to.
Lord.
Really that
Not
simple. If we want
not
to talk about
thirsty.
family and real life feuding, then I would agree with it. But they're not family at all because I've been hearing a lot of information about people's health status being put out there. Just all kind of shit. And family would never do that. I mean,
Right. And I think too, like for Mika, right? Yesterday, if you noticed, y'all, if you were in a live yesterday, there was a portion where people, oh Lord, Faith, Lord, Faith, got him piss Faith for. They said Mika sounds fake. She doesn't want her tea spilled, but she wants to make others look bad. Lolo even looked like a fool. In fact, all of them look crazy, grown women arguing. Yeah, there was definitely a point where everybody was looking a little loony yesterday. Let me see let me move this back here. Lord, look at this one. Oh, well, hello, Kirkman. I don't get how people take things so personally with someone they don't know. Yeah. Okay. And I'll say this before I let you talk. Yeah, nobody went through the family feud. Yeah, yeah, ghetto. Mika was seemed very upset about the fact that she had people in her Discord who didn't really fuck with her, right? I get that. But what I also said in the chat yesterday was if you feel if this has come to your knowledge, because I'm not saying anybody's real or fake, of all of those women, I'm staying out of that because I don't really know where this started. I don't really know who said what. I only know that that behavior on that panel was a little off-putting because baby, y'all would not. There was no civility on that panel. Like it was no way that they can come to agreement. They was cursing each other the fuck out. It got a little annoying, very draining. But I'll say this, Mika, if if this information came to you and you found out that people who you thought fuck what you didn't, count it all a blessing. Count it all a blessing because I felt like we made progress and then she was like retracting and maybe, she came to this conclusion like we were sharing stories and we were getting as much as you think you know these people on YouTube, you don't. A lot of these relationships are pseudo. And I keep saying they are faux. They are faux and fake. Okay. So if it's coming to your attention that the people who you thought are for you are not for you, take it on the chin like a G and realize, okay, well, at least now I know that these aren't my people. I be finding a blessing when I find out, so this bitch ain't really fucking with me. Okay, let me go ahead and get you out of my energy. Let me go ahead and remove you. I'm not like don't like harping on this situation is not going to change anything. More than likely, nobody come back to apologize. Because let me tell you one thing about this YouTube app: everybody thinks they're motherfucking right. Nobody's ever wrong. Nobody don't do nothing wrong. Everybody's always right. Okay. Benz will talk to the sad thing is Benz will talk to Mika again. Why is that sad, Faith? Because Mika was very upset with Benz, and I didn't really know what happened there.
Oh, they have a whole history, but I'm a mute and give Malik the floor in case he wanted to say something. I can drag crack Mika in my sleep. Let's go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Perk man, unless you're
Ghetto,
high. Because you don't get high on your own supply, do you?
no, no.
Ah,
So ghetto. What's better than 1 million? What's better than 1 billionaire? Two, and this ain't no family feud situation. This is crazy, but um, I
well,
think
that
if they all had sky pages, they would never be a Discord.
see, you was very ignorant.
Just old.
You was very ignorant, Malik. Malik, do your fucking commentary.
So let me go back to the first thing. So
Go.
the first thing is they got loyalty and respect, Mr. Street.
Talk
It's
about it.
because they don't understand that loyalty on here comes with a price. However, respect is either given and earned or vice versa. So that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So when it came to the Discord, I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to Shaq Kim and Ness and them. I'm tired of this shit. I never hear about Vegas because this wasn't no secret that this was gonna happen. Because you got people on here, and I guess the Discord is like behind the scenes or just for those who are invited. These folks can't hold water, let alone a secret. So, and then from the beginning, I think whatever happened in Discord start hitting the streets. So you don't even need to have Discord to find out what go on Discord. Because the next morning, somebody gonna come tell it.
They going. It's not private. Hold on. Let me put a pin in this. Tony thinks that, and she says she's not trying to insult you, Mika. And listen, everybody has a right to their opinion over here. We're just asking questions because a lot of us are confused. But Tony's not the first person to say this, right? So she's saying that she thinks that scissor energy seems to be the root of the issue here. Do you think like there's some love triangles or associations? Do y'all
Yeah,
think?
they have a history of sending each other pussy pics, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, what? Hmm, what? Look, the face said that she thinks that Tony's onto something. Y'all better learn the art of detachment. Stop getting so super attached to people so fast that you don't know. And I'm not saying that's what it is. So everything I'm saying over here is just my, Brenda's opinion. I do. Chuck him. Why that's your name? Oh, I can't stand you. I just saw your name. Am I better? Because I'll
They
go out
try
and
to
come back
send
in.
me off to rehab. I say
Sing
no,
it.
no, no.
Yes.
Yes, I've been black, and yes, I go back. You know, no, no. I ain't got the time. But if my daddy thinks I'm fine, they try to make me go to rehab. I won't go, go, go. Yes, you're
Yeah,
better.
because here's the thing, right? And I don't know. And Faith said she wants you to tell. a little of the history with Benz and Nika, but because I did hear there's some history, but I don't know the whole story behind it. So Tony said that's why the energy is so passionate. So if y'all remember, before I left, I'm not trying to say before the end of the live, right? And I'm gonna let me get to five before it's coming too. Um, she kept calling Ben's name out. Did you see it, Malik? Or to the people in the chat, she kept saying, "Ben, I am very, very disappointed in you. Like I am like she just seemed very upset with Ben. And I was in the chat and I was like, why? Like I was confused. And she never went into detail though on why she was so what part did Ben's play in this that was over and above or different than any of the other people that she was so kind of disappointed in Ben's. I have to be honest, ever since Mika and Jay Dunn fell out, that drama and discord has been off the chain. That's true. It's definitely a Titan for a girl. I will agree with you. Nobody ever takes accountability. But baby, I'm telling you, if I did it, I'm gonna say I did. We're gonna
Yeah,
say
you're
something.
absolutely correct. Faith driven one. The history between Mika and Benz is well documented. Uh,
Rising boss lady. Go
it's
ahead.
well documented that they wanted to, sizzle. They wanted to eat each other's pussy. They, was trying to foik and all of that. And apparently, Benz came out here and aired Mika out about 2 years ago. And so here we are today. They're in the same environment, and there's a whole bunch of women in there. What do you expect is going to happen? I mean,
So Faye said, I feel like Benz and Mika have a love triangle, and Mika got hurt when Ben chose the other group over hers. So what? Oh my God. Mm. So do you think feelings have resurfaced, or oh child? Let me not put 10 on 2. I'm not gonna do that. Ben's
I
is
don't even
ultra
think
cool.
it's
I do.
feeling. You could just say that they're in the same environment, and it's a bunch of women there. So, um, it'll be easy for them to, fall out over some bullshit. I mean, just like Meek and Jay Dunn was supposed to be flirting and talking, and then it went left. It
Do you
happens over and over again.
good? You know what? That's good that you said that, Shy Cam, because I do notice when you look at some of the things they fall out over, baby, it be so small. I be like, so what was actually the thing that put the pin in it? Like what was the straw that broke the camel's back? Like what did y'all because I even felt like what Mika and Jay Dunn fell out over. I mean, it wasn't big enough for DMs I felt to be dropped. It was very weird to me. Like I think a lot of us are in confusion. Like it doesn't really take much for them to start airing each other out.
No, it doesn't. But also, when you don't really have a bond with somebody, it's really easy for you to fall out with them, right? So,
Yeah.
uh, I would say in the case of Jay Dunn and Mika, the main issue was Lemon talking shit about Jay Dunn to Mika behind her back. You know what I'm saying? That's what started all of that. So I got to thank Lemon for that. Now, I don't know if I could give him that much credit for this particular situation, but for Mika and Jay Dunn, yeah, that was all Lemon. I mean,
So
Okay.
Shakim
So
made a good point
okay.
about if you don't really have a bond between the two parties involved. To me, that was kind of the thing with Mika and Jay Dunn. Like Mika, from what was presented, seemed like she was looking at Jay Dunn as a genuine friend, like a little sister, if you want to say, just for conversation purposes, I'll say little sister. And it seemed like, Jay Dunn being typical Jay Dunn, I got some receipts and I'm gonna make it seem this way. So it's a lot of craziness that I've seen go on here. And again, if you respect a person, you gonna respect the person. And if you loyal to them, what's gonna be your price to become disloyal? Because on here, I done seen folks become disloyal for a cash app.
Damn, not for money, honey. They'll set you up to be unalive.
But that's what I'm saying, brother. If you think about it,
Mhm.
you have people who can joke and understand it is just a joke. Like case in point, Shakim thing with me is block, 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 and I'll say block for Shakim. Now he not taking me serious, like I ain't taking him serious. But you got people who don't understand it. It's just a friendly banter between two individuals who met on YouTube. So then they'll hear word that somebody had a conversation behind the scenes, and the conversation don't even have to be between the two parties they said. They're quick to put it on the street without knowing really what it was. because a lie don't care who telling it.
Hmm.
So, like I said, that whole loyalty thing is crazy on him. If
Yeah.
people respected each other, it'd be a lot easier. But then again, they say they like mess on him. But then again, if you like mess, you like the consequence that that mess can bring. Like which
Right.
one is it,
Fact.
man?
But I'm telling you, there was really little to no respect on that panel last night, even as far as women goes. Like there wasn't even respect for him when he was trying to bring some semblance of like civility to like the panel. Like, can y'all stop over talking each other and can y'all listen to one another? That was indeed not happening. Like it was a no go.
Because they be expecting Lemon to get in the midst of two females fighting.
So let's talk about that, Malik. I have to give Lemon his kudos yesterday. Oh, you do, Faith? Oh Lord. Faith thinks that Sharika likes Lemon. Anyway, so listen. Um, for him not wanting to get in the middle and not take sides. He said they're grown women. And how much can he do? And I absolutely agree with him because um hey Donna, good morning, baby. Oh Lord, Tony. Tony. So he basically said he's not going to get in the middle. He's not going to take sides. And he's right. Unless you're going back and seeing how some of this started and knowing that you're dealing with people with different personality, he has a right to not want to get in the middle of those women's foolery, right? I feel like though in the Discord, nobody should be doxing and putting out other people's information and all that other kind of stuff. But they're saying that this is um not how the Discord is all the time. I don't know. Like, do y'all actually say good morning? Do y'all have good conversations in there? Because the only thing we hear is about the bad stuff. Like, what is the good stuff that goes on actually in the Discord? Because I hear they watch movies together. So y'all just be a bunch of disgruntled people who don't like each other watching movies together in the Discord with glitter. What? I just
So,
can't.
so I think secrets were told, and then those secrets were blasted, so there's no trust, right? That's
Mm,
one thing.
right.
And then on the other side of it, it's not always what's said; it's also what's not being said. So shit, we only know 10% of actually what was said. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know the full 100%. So yeah, I can only imagine. Go ahead.
Let's talk about that, Tony. Man, why I almost cursed ghetto out yesterday in Lemons Chat. So what did Donna say? Ghetto, you doing the 10 crack commit? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Mhm. So listen, um, why y'all go to sleep with each other in the Discord? Because Ghetto was in the chat so I came yesterday and was talking about all the women that I sleep with are fighting. And baby, I was getting ready to ramp up on Ghetto. Because Ghetto, you better not be in here messing with multiple ladies. You in here being flagrant foul on the play. And he was like, no, Brenda, we actually fall asleep in the Discord. So I was like, log off. That's actually what the
Yeah, a lot
problem
of
is.
y'all be getting too comfortable. Like you can't be sleeping around
Log the
somebody.
right,
You
log
never
the
ever
fuck
been
off.
the fuck.
Ghetto, ghetto. Yo, you my guy, ghetto. You my guy. But if I would have heard you say you fall asleep in the Discord, yeah, you would have to give me a good answer on, buddy. Come on, that's not even good. That's not even good at all.
Like turn it off because here's the thing. I noticed that when I fall asleep like with an AirPod in and I'm listening to somebody's live that's like super hyper and they're arguing and stuff, I have nightmares. That's why I don't be going to sleep to these shows. Like turn it off. They in their bonnets and shit. Facts.
Not nightmares. Not nightmares. Not
I
nightmares.
because unless that's why I go to sleep to ASMR. Because I literally it'll be something destructive in my dreams when I go to sleep to so that'll show you, right? How subliminal wiring is effective, right? It is effective
Yes.
if you believe, if you listen to subliminal like ASMR and wiring before you go to sleep, you will be surprised how can that goes into your dream state. It can effectively change your life. That's why when I went to sleep, I go to sleep listening to the chaos on YouTube. When I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10. Jockeying, I have a nightmare.
Hey, hold on,
'Cause
hold
it's,
on, brother. Hold on. Hey, Ghetto.
okay.
The fact that you just said it'd be 8 women and you, and sometimes they be naked. Okay, Hugh Hefner. It's just the fact that it's Lemon's Discord. And again, dog, they gonna always tie you in to being in the Discord with Lemon, sleep or watching the movie. That's just crazy work. Like, how many times do you keep giving a 7-footer alley oop, dog? They gonna keep dunking. Pause. That's what they gonna keep doing.
Right. You wake up with a whole attitude. Hmm.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Well, a lot of interesting stuff going on. Chuck Kim, did you happen to see Duke get beat up?
No, I missed it. Where did that happen at?
They said that Captain played it, and then they said that the aftermath of Duke's face was on his live or his page. Let me go over here and see if I can see real quick, because I ain't seen that. And they said it's not there anymore. Now I feel away.
But no, shout out to the lady who typed that in your chat. Like, they put hands and feet and something allegedly. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was Reed, my baby Reed. But wait, Tony, they're probably, yeah. Wait, so what you mean they be naked? Who be naked?
And
They go to
that's it.
sleep. Well, let me see what my sissy said. Watch the ads before you come in and hit the like button. Let's go, sissy. Good morning. Sissy, you going to church this morning? This court is hedonism. Now, P.
Ghetto, I know you secure, my God, but see,
Damn,
here
where can I see this
we go with
video?
the right part. I get
I
money into
know,
it.
right, Shakim? Shakim, I know if anybody gonna find it, it's you.
Oh yeah, I'm already working with multiple sources, from
Let's
multiple
go. Let's
countries and
go,
multiple
Shakim.
languages and multiple jurisdictions.
Shakim, I'll be right over there too.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, that's crazy. P talking about hedonism in Discord.
Right. They be in there half naked. You not and you and wait, yes, P. P, they said he got beat up, P. Yeah, let me see if I see something. I will turn this camera right on. Oh, was it on his page, y'all? Somebody, let me see. Tony, I think he got flagged again. Oh, damn it. Sissy, you feeling the spirit? Sissy, I heard they said that Duke got, they said his face was a mess. I'm so pissed off. Let me see. Duke, go live. Let me see if he got any posts. Nope, live. Nope, his last live was a ladies only because he showers. He showers on live. Okay, so damn.
Hey, man,
Okay.
y'all should leave Duke alone, man. That man
We didn't tell him to go out and fight. Malik.
seem like he got a lot of real life issues. He try to run
Let,
down on somebody to pass out. And
let
now,
me just say this. Let me say this. As somebody from the Moji sector, Jennifer said I saw his face. I need a video. Oh Lord, what's his face? Where are you seeing that? He has called out about 70 people since he got back to Texas to fight. So what we supposed to do? Huh? How that's out Malik, he been calling people out left and right, mamas and daughters, and I'm being facetious, but he has. He done called out a whole gamut of people. I guess he got his wish because he was dying to fight somebody. He had the aftermath video.
that Brenda, that's funny. He got his wish. He was dying to fight, but he
He no literally now, Tony, you know this too. I'm a mod over on Duke's channel. I don't go over there often because it's only so much showering I can watch, and he showers a lot. And good for him. But DG probably I don't go over there, so I don't know see it. But um he has been calling people right before his heat stroke. He was calling people out to fight, and then the heat stroke happened. Let me see. Wait, Pimp Tight, get out of this chat. Pimp Tight said, "What's them, Brenda? Yeah, he got beat up by a midget." Pimp Tight, please don't tell me that the man was shorter than him. Oh, check my DM. Hold, please. Be right.
hey, that's crazy. let the heat stroke go.
Hey guys. So I just saw a picture of his face.
Well, damn. Can you send me a copy of it so I can, verify its authenticity? I mean,
What's your IG?
it's my name, Shakim_Ra.
Oh, please.
Let's go. They said he got beat up by a midget. Say it ain't so. Said Duke got his ass beat by midget Mac from Flavor of Love. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I love y'all so much.
Hey Brenda,
Like facts. Yes, yes. Huh?
in the back door, send it right there. I want to check it out. But I've never,
Okay.
I don't remember the heat. I remember a little bit about
Got
it,
you.
but now I don't think that was really funny because that's a serious thing. But you
Okay,
know,
I'm back. Do you see that big baby? They lumped him up. He got I all lumped up. Tony, check your DM. Not a midget. Yeah, Donna, they beat Duke up. Duke's we got cuts under his eyes and Reed, Reed, my girl. I just saw the picture of Duke's face. Reed, Reed. They said, was it a midget? Reed, why they saying it's a midget? Why they saying that? The midget hit him in the stomach when he bent over. He caught him. Pimp's like, are you joking? Because I'm chuckling, but is you joking or no?
I don't know, but I like a good laugh when I check it out.
He didn't he just have a heat stroke? Duke. Good morning, Krista. Good morning. Man, Krista was over there cursing out Yaya again this morning. Baby, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Anyway, what I said, is he still in Texas? Yeah, from what I know. I think so.
Here they got the best hospital in the world. The pet,
You said square business? Oh, okay. Listen, did y'all see the picture? I
Yes,
see
I saw it.
Shaquem.
He got fucked the fuck up. Wait till I get back in this house. Hold on.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna choke Shaquem. Hold on. Was it Bushwick Bill? You going to hell, P. He ain't getting no damn jump, Donna. Donna, he was him. It was a one-on-one, ma'am. She needs to stop messing with you. How did y'all get into it, Krista? I don't understand. Like, where did that came out of nowhere to me? Hey, Patricia. Brenda, that's what he get for bother. Listen, so for Patricia, I've been saying this, right? Duke has been calling out 870 people since he got back into Texas. So are we surprised they got into a fight? I'm not surprised. Duke was oh, not they. Okay, Donna, sorry about that. So listen, K-Cell, he's been calling people out left and right. This man, uh please stop it. This man has been has an itch for a fight, so he got one. You're welcome. He just had a wasn't Duke just taking up a GoFundMe for a heat stroke? Huh? Now tell me, why is that man out there fighting? Huh? Sit down somewhere. Uh, Ghetto, Ghetto, come here. Let me tell you something. Ghetto, that man has been looking for a fight. Are you like Ghetto? Have you not been aware of what's been going on? He has been itching for a fight since he got back. Look at my Kim B. Kim, happy Sunday, girl. What's the word? Listen, what? Yeah, I think the wig sent Bushwick for that last. Wait, oh, if you keep calling out, at one point Duke was calling out one by one by one. He even called Cam out against a fight. He just anybody could get it. Just you and you. I'm back. I'm back in here, and you want to fight. And okay, now he got his fight. So what did you feel sorry for him? Cruising for a bruise, Tony. That's so old. He mad. I told Miss Olivia that our lady Nika do have lupus. Who's questioning people's medical conditions? Oh my God, people, these folks. Right, Leticia. Why does he feel? Why does he feel bad? You know what, Ghetto? Here's what you do. You go fight for Duke since you feel sorry for him. I've been watching his life is crashing fast. He is not well. There's a lot of people crashing out on this app, Ghetto. Tell you go over there and tell your friend. They call the midget short pimp tight. I need to know if you are trolling me about him fighting with a midget. Where's Rhea? Rhea, come here. Rhea, you here, baby? Hippo. Would you stop saying hippo? Everything is hippo. Shut up, Tony. Tony, I love you. Let me not tell my friend to shut up. Tony, if you scream out hippo every time we this girl is a oh. Ghetto, Patricia said you need to be in a mental hospital. What you do to Patricia? Hmm? Pretty black. There goes my love. Wait, who needs to be in a mental hospital? Ghetto or Duke? Oh, he said Duke. I thought he said that's what you said. You. I'm sorry, I misread that. Pretty black. Good morning. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Oh, sorry, Ghetto. I thought she was talking about you. I misread that. But the last time I saw Duke outside of his showering, he was taking up a GoFundMe to support him with the aftermath of having to go through that tumultuous. I mean, you fucking lying. Yeah, like Tony, everything say about something medical. There's no what's the HIPAA violation? There's no HIPAA. Would I stop saying that? So discounting that somebody has an actual medical condition, I know Tony. Tony, it's hilarious. Discounting that somebody doesn't whether first of all, why are y'all why is that even a topic of conversation? If y'all believe somebody is sick versus them not being sick, are y'all taking care of them? Why do y'all care? Like why do they that's weird anyway. He got what he asked for. Okay, so he was looking for like Tony said, he was cruising for a bruising. But I thought he was in the aftermath of just having a stroke. You should be somewhere sitting down, drinking water, and under an air conditioner, getting your health back in order. You know, Malik, are you done with your commentary?
Now I'm listening to you
No, I'm done. Go ahead, Malik. I'm sorry, because baby, this is a lot.
talking about the many different things that's going on. I'm trying to wait on the photograph that I thought you was gonna send me, but
I sent it already.
nah. But
Did you? I sent the picture. It's only one.
I ain't getting no love.
What's Eggy talking about? What I'm going to say is God don't play about me. Let's go, Krista. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's the dude with the funny songs,
With the funny what?
with the little funny songs. He be coming in with the little funny little jingles.
Oh, I don't know if he does Duke have songs?
No, the dude Eggy, the dude
Oh,
Eggy.
Eggy. Oh yeah, Eggy. Yeah. The only difference is what other sectors do that's different than us. Good morning, Eggy. Is that when Eggy comes up, we give Eggy solo layout. Everybody goes on mute and they let Eggy sing. Now they do it a little differently when he goes to other sectors, but that's how we greet Eggy. Okay, he brings us a song. The panel gets quiet. He goes on solo layout. He may even be making a song up about somebody who's on the panel. Just be quiet and let him sing a song. Damn it, he trolls all of us. Great. Have a great day. So yes. Okay, you got the floor, Malik.
So what was the last thing you were talking about? You was talking about one more thing, and you made me wait so long. I forgot.
Let's talk about you and Brooks morning. I mean, not morning show, but you and Brooks show.
Yeah,
What is so funny?
where'd you get that idea from?
Krista.
See what I mean?
Oh my God, Krista.
I,
So
I,
yeah, you and Brooke are not doing a morning show. I keep saying morning show. I know why I keep saying it, but you and Brooke aren't doing some kind of show.
no. What Krista is trying to say, I'm assuming was Brooke wanted to do two things. She wanted to host a peace off between Binary and Pete, and then she wanted to do not necessarily the same thing binary wanted to do with the men's panel or the council, but she asked Ghetto if he would come and hold conversation with some other men on topics. So I don't know how
Okay.
me and her doing the morning show, but
So I'm gonna say, like, I don't care about any of the other part, but I'm gonna say this. Pretty, y'all go please go sub to Pretty Black for me, please. I think she should actively stay out of the beef between Binary and P. If she wants to do that, then I think that you should mediate it, but I don't think she should do that because that's men's
that's
business. You see what I'm saying?
that's what it was, Brenda. It was me actually doing the mediation.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Okay, yeah, because I don't want her to do that. She don't need to be in the middle of that. But okay, I mean, if you think it'll work, because Jesus, I don't even know. Okay, did they agree to it? Did y'all get anywhere with that? I thought
Well,
that y'all was.
at one point, P said he was down. I never asked Binary directly, but indirectly, I think he said that he wasn't ready right now or something like that.
Mm,
So that's where the whole show thing.
okay. No, I didn't say it was a morning. No, I misspoke with that, Krista. Just that they were going to do a show, and I'm here for it. Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a couple show they were doing.
But
Hmm.
just because you mentioned it, we will do a couple. So she did ask me to do a couple shows.
Y'all should. Y'all really should. And I think that y'all, and I'm saying this to Brooke because Brooke be trying to do the shutdown. I think that you guys, I know that sometimes y'all have different opinions, and I think it'd be delightful to hear a couple come together and have conversation about different things and their different opinions. I think it's good to see that, like, you can definitely reside, share space with somebody, and not have the same thoughts and still be able to exist. Like, it's very possible. Like, couples are not always going to agree on how they see different things, you know? And I think that that is, you know, that's good to show. But whatever y'all do, I'm here for it. Binary said yes. Peace at face. P. P, don't you be this. Don't do this.
Yeah,
P, Binary does not sound like he can fight. So it's not fair.
right. And that
No.
was the reason why I got in it because I was like, okay, let's try to have a meeting of the minds. And Pete was like, that nigga banned from Ohio. He can't come. No, I wish the fuck that nigga.
Whoa.
How you get banned from a whole state? But like I said,
P.
me and
Sorry.
me and
I don't.
me and Pete cool. So it was just I was just like, calm down, dog. But I do
So P.
understand that there is some pause, like maybe some type of tension right there because of whatever happened prior to me knowing. But they both were willing to probably have a sit down because it was just me asking, like, yo, let's just see if we can't come to to agree to disagree and just be cordial.
Right. Cause hold on, let me see what this is. Oh baby, here comes P. I'm glad you're here, P, because I want to know what the fuck is going on.
Damn.
P.
Good morning.
Good
Damn. What?
good morning,
Wait.
honey. P, you
What?
banning people from the state of Ohio?
What? Okay. So I was. When you're in the process of hitting the link, there's a blind spot. So I don't know. Do I have an echo?
You do not.
Okay, I can hear it on my end. Maybe it's my headphones. But
You
anyway,
hear echo on your end? I check him. I think he said the same thing. Hold on, let me see. No, you got everything together over there. I'm gonna go on mute. You go ahead, talk. Let me see if that'll help.
okay. Yeah. But so when you. Oh, by the way, what's up, Shakim? What's up? God damn, my fault.
Malik.
Malik.
One.
Not pause. Did you just say pause?
No, no. I was like, my bad. How y'all doing this morning? No, but I was saying, when you hitting the link, there's a delay. Well, you get into a little blind spot where you don't know what was said. So I don't know. must have missed something when I was in the process of hitting the link.
Well, word on the curve is that Binary said yes, he would sit down. You said no, you want
No,
a face to face.
I was just joking. I was just joking.
Did you ban him from the state of Ohio, P?
I did do that.
Woo! Let's go. Tell me what. How did this start? Like between you and Binary, like what? How did y'all get into the little kerfuffle?
Well, you know what, Brenda? In the interest of like good faith, um, I'm I'm actually having a what do you call it? Well, I'm until I have a conversation with Binary, I'm not gonna do any more commentary on Binary.
You know what? I think that is very mature of you.
Yep. So I
Yes,
can go into it with like good faith. So
yes.
yeah,
So y'all gonna do the sit down over on Brooks with Malik as a mediator? Does that sound good?
yeah, I'm open to it now. Yeah,
I
and
think that's
and, and,
good.
and correct you, like I did, I was open to it. Like yesterday, I agreed. So uh, yeah, I was just joking about the sit down. I mean, about the face to face. No, we couldn't have that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was responding to somebody. Yeah, you know what? I think that's amazing. Y'all go ahead and set it up, and then I'll go over there and I'll find out, where exactly, like, all the information. So it's good that you don't want to talk about it. I think that stops it from getting messier if you guys are really interested in resolving this issue. And I think Malik will be a good mediator. He's in the middle. He's not going to take sides, and you guys can work it out.
I
So
mean,
that's good.
shit, he better. Yeah, I mean, it was him and his wife's idea. So I mean, they got to
Right,
stick shit through.
right.
Mm.
I mean,
Oh, so this was Brooke and Malik's idea because I know it wasn't P's idea.
well,
I didn't know the nigga for like 5 or 6 years, nigga. So
it was more so Brooke. You know what I mean? You know, Malik, you know how it is. You married to her, so you know what I'm saying. It's like I get the impression that Brooke don't really take no for an answer. So I pretty much knew like she wasn't gonna let me out. She wasn't gonna let me out the hook. So I was like, let me just go and get this over with.
but P, make sure you're ready for that sit down. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't got to say nothing.
Oh, yeah, you already know.
Yeah,
Why you say that, Shakim?
because I feel like knowing both of them, knowing both of their personalities, I just feel like it's gonna go left. I just feel like it's gonna go left. I don't see nothing good coming out of it. But, I'm open minded. Let's see what happens. What's good, Crystal?
Okay.
So
I'm open
hold
minded.
on. Let me and Shakim, I'm gonna be straight, not trying to troll. You don't think it's possible for them to have a dialogue that won't go left?
I think it's highly unlikely. I guess
Why
that's
why
the best way
is
to say it.
Donna saying explosive? Is it that bad with y'all? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, nigga, they've been going back and forth for like 5 or 6 years. Like that shit
Whoa,
ain't
oh, I didn't know that. Okay, then.
amazing.
I'm thinking something just oh man.
Oh hell no.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
buddy.
know P. I know how P feels about binary, and I've seen binary say some crazy shit about P. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I've known both of them about maybe I guess a year or two. Um, I've seen P go far left,
Oh,
and that's no shot. I watched P and Ghetto go far left, and I was like, damn, that ain't even your type of deal. But they resolved that. I've
mhm.
never really seen binary like. I mean, a binary my dude. I just don't see yo going cock the Glock, ready to wild out type of deal. Like he. So I think that they can have a civilized dialogue as long as the right mediator is in the middle. Like if one of them, no disrespect, feels like they both being judged, oh that shit just gonna be it's gonna go far left from
Hey,
whichever
I'm
one.
about to drop. Hey, I'm about to drop down for a minute, see, because I'm getting this echo on my end. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
see if I can
are?
fix it real.
It might be me.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Pete. Okay. Y'all, let me run out and come back. Y'all hold me down for a second because I want to see if it's on me. Let me see if I can come back
Hold it
out.
down, POP. Hold it
Calm
down,
down,
POP.
Brenda. Calm down,
Hold
Brenda.
it down, POP.
So listen,
Ice cold, pull apart.
but
Hit that
I
like
do
button.
think we'll shock him that they can have that type of conversation. I don't think it'll go too left, but we're gonna have to see how it goes as it goes.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if it does go well. Brooke might have to turn into a magician, or Dr. Phil for 2 hours because they got
Wait,
so much history. So I'm very interested to see how that's gonna go. I agree.
But she's not even gonna be the media. It's me. It's just gonna be on her
yeah, she
side.
should.
You're the mediator.
Yeah,
She does the host. Got you.
Brooke should definitely not be in it at all. Wait, is it? Do I sound better? Like, do y'all hear like an echo, or do I?
Nope, there's no
Okay,
echo now. Yep, it's fixed.
okay. Is it better?
Hello.
Malik, do you think I didn't hear you talk about drop down Brenda?
Go ahead and drop down, Brenda. Go ahead and drop down, Brenda. Go ahead and drop down, Brenda.
Shakim, that never not becomes funny. Like, it's always funny every time you do it. And then that time, I forgot you did it recently on somebody's pen when the person wasn't dropping down. It was like, oh,
And I do it in Spanish too. I did it to Sour Muppet. I told that bitch, drop down, puta. Drop down right now, puta Rita. Let's go.
let me let's take a pause for the cause. I wanted to ask you this. I had in my mind yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna ask Shakim when I see him again. What happened between you and Sour Patch?
Oh, long story short, Sour Patch wanted to be down like Brandy in 1994 and shit. She really, picked a side when it came to me and Lemon in the computer situation. So,
Um,
I just catch the bitch talking shit from time to time. And when I catch him slash it, I give it a piece of my mind. And that's all. I'm
oh,
just,
okay,
Zoinks.
okay.
yikes.
Yeah, I stayed out of you and Lemon thing because I like y'all both too much. I don't want to be in the middle of that. So yeah, sometimes it's best. But you know what the thing is? Sometimes people don't let you stay out of it. Like, people want to force you to choose, and it's weird because you lose good people that way. You know what I mean? Because I don't bash Lemon and I don't bash Shakim. Shakim knows, like, if I feel something, I'll be like, Shakim, I don't really like that you did that, but it is what it is because y'all are grown people. So you're back, baby. Good morning. Good morning, honey. But y'all adults and y'all work it out. Because here's the thing, and so Shakim, don't cuss me out now. What if in the near future, right? 6 months down the line, Shakim and Lemon decide to come back together. Now I done put my ass in the middle of shit, right? And took a side, and now they decided to reconcile. Sometimes it's good to mind your damn business. Unless you just feel so strongly about something that you just feel like I can't fuck with this. This was too abominable. I gotta take a side. But sometimes just mind your business. Just mind it, stay out of it. Let these adults figure their shit out for each other. Okay?
Yeah, mind your Mexican business. I mind my black ass business. Let's go.
I don't. I think that one day they'll be cordial again.
I actually want that, but I don't want to piss them off by saying that because I know they feel a way about each other. But I just think Jakim is such a funny guy and he's so talented. And I'll go there with Lemon. I know everybody thinks Lemon just a drunk, but I be entertained as a bitch. I just
Now,
do. Because I don't take stuff seriously. But I
because
just
it's
think,
over here on Paradise Island,
yes, tell me.
and Shock Him is present.
Hmm.
What I'm gonna say won't seem as bad as if I said it somewhere else.
Oh,
To
Jesus, go
me, when
ahead.
it came down to that whole scenario, it was more like I'm secure with my situation. So why are you trying to magnify my ish and you won't even admit your own ish?
Tell me what you're talking about in terms of what?
Just like
Exactly.
the whole,
With-
just like
Exactly. Go.
not exactly the computer. And I think I was said it's been said on the street like you've admitted that you're secure in the sexuality that you have or whatever and whatever. And again, I'm not trying to throw a shot at you. So I'm just I'm trying to say it politically correct without it being insulting. So then, like, when it came down to all the other ish that came behind it, the computer, the backstabbing, it seemed to me that you were willing to stand in your shit, and you like, nigga, if I can stand in mine, stand in yours. I'm not knocking it, but stand in your shit. Don't make it seem one way, and you trying to point me out when you can't even point yourself out. Be it down to the Timo shoes or the wardrobe. I'm just saying, it seemed to me, Malik, not nobody else, that if you could own the shit that you did, and he would own the shit that he did, it would be no issue.
Right.
Exactly, because it would have never happened. It would have never got that far. But you know, here we are.
Yeah, here
Here
we
we
are.
are.
We're here now.
Yeah, we are already past it for 6 months. The aftermath.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Yeah. Good morning, Stacey. Hi, baby. Good morning. Happy Sunday, y'all. We just up here shooting the shit, giving our opinions. Our opinions are not facts. They're just that. They're our opinions about how we feel about a situation. Okay? That's it, and that's all. And yesterday, right? I just want to say this, right? Now, when Mika was up there, Mika was yelling at the chat. Not yelling at the chat. Please, can y'all leave the chat alone? And I did put that down there. The chat be innocent bystanders. Sometimes, like, but if you were in Lemons chat yesterday, like me and Tony and a few other of us, we were the level of confusion and disarray and pandemonium and it was a virtual shit show amongst the Discordians, okay? Please leave us out of it. If we're giving comments, it 9 times out of 10 is not to try to hurt nobody's feelings. Y'all was on a roll and wasn't stopping. It's like y'all have to leave the chat out of it. Now maybe go to your panels later and curse the chat out if you want to, but then you're gonna be cursing the chat out forever. Because the amount of people when I was when it was my time that was cussing me out, I would have not been talking to nobody, okay? And saying what they thought about me, I don't give a shit about
Like
none of that.
the
Let me
little I
ask
saw,
you, how
the
much of
little,
that discord dysfunction do you think is a play?
They too angry for it to be a play.
right.
They way too angry for it to be a play. And I'm counting on like this. If those women don't have high blood pressure, they are borderline on it. Right. You may as well be prepared. So that's what I'm saying. Like when Mika said that, I was like, Mika, baby, please don't look at those comments. Because baby, we is down here confused. Yeah, it's no side to pick. Because here's the thing. We'd be remiss. We would be foolish if we picked a side. I fuck with who I fuck with. Y'all know I roll with Benz. I rock with her. I love her, right? Y'all can't change how I feel about her based on her interactions with other people, because that's not my experience with her. But for me to choose a side about what's going on in that Discord, I cannot. I don't know what they're talking about. I've not been here from the beginning. I don't know who's shading you, I don't know who's kicking up dust. But when y'all come on that panel, when y'all act the fool, what y'all want us to do? And y'all was acting the fool yesterday. And I'm
Oh,
telling y'all,
that
go
shit was
ahead.
crazy.
P, that
And
that shit was so ridiculous.
when I dropped down, no, I'm trying to think. Did I see it or I seen a little bit of it? Then I went back and watched the replay and shit. And at one point, I couldn't tell who was arguing with who. Like
You know. Mm-mm.
it was just other than what's going on, Stacy? Other than Pizarro and Sour Patch, the rest was just a reaving pile of just argument. Like I didn't know who was arguing with who, but
P, let, let's
everybody.
let's let's stop right there for a second. Then Sharika got into it with then Pizarro and Sharika got into it. Honey, that's when I was done. I was like, I need to wrap this shit up and get up out of here.
Oh, is
Let me
that who
get
it
up
was?
out of here.
Like, I couldn't tell because
No, that was towards that. There was a part of that. So one
okay,
time it was like all of them arguing. It was like Mika, Sharika. It was two P's. It was like a whole gamut. It was like multiple people, right? Pizarro really was kind of on the outside looking in because she's been following and she's been doing commentary, blah blah blah, this and that, right? So when Sharika and Pizarro got into it, I was like, okay, now this is just getting ridiculous. Because Pizarro ain't even in the Discord. Why are they arguing? Yo,
I'm gonna say this. I just want to hear beans and cornbread, but she hasn't said nothing in a minute.
no. Let me tell you something. This is where I stand on it. Nothing in me wanted beans and cornbread on that panel last night. Nope. Do you see the level of chaos that there was? Do you think, and I'm going to ask you this, Malik, and you're going to use our growing sensibility. What would have happened if Beans and Cornbread would have hit that panel? Her and Sharika are the two Energizer buddies that can't stop, won't stop. In the words of Diddy, honey, when you wind them up, their batteries don't die. We would have heard nothing but screaming. I would have still probably had a headache till today. Nothing would have got resolved, Malik. You cannot have those two girls on the piano, at least not with other people, or with them not willing to go on mute to hear the other side. And can I be honest? I'm going to say this. I don't think that those two women can come to a point of resolution. It's better to cut their losses and move on.
So let
We
me
can
ask you.
hope.
So just so I'm clear, right? They know of each other through YouTube, right?
Yeah,
And the fact that Beans has referenced that she's an RN,
correct.
how the whole HIPAA thing came in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think somewhere they said that Sonny told somebody, you can look me up.
Okay.
Okay, Sonny came up in the last one because Sonny said, I told that
I did see her.
I don't know who she told it to, and she wondered why that person looked them up. And then Sonny began to say, well, this me, I did this, and this. So the part that I just want to be clear on is Nika and Beans only know each other again because of YouTube. Is that how everybody got to know the medical side of the situation? Or they probably
They only know each other from YouTube. I did say that they showed them, but I didn't know who was putting curses on whoever. When I tell you the level of immaturity and foolery that was going on at this court, I was like, baby, the way I'd have been out of here. Here's the thing. Like, I'm on a panel, right? Argue with somebody back and forth. Seems okay, logical. We hear each other. We can talk to each other. We can even turn our cameras on. Imagine me committing to using my fingers to type and argue with. I don't know why that seems so crazy to me. Like you just gonna type and fight with. I ain't no way I'm doing it. Nope. I'm gonna have to get on up out of there.
So here's the
Just
part that I was trying to say that
go ahead.
if you let Beans talk
Mm-hmm.
and you don't over talk her,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be able to get some dialogue because we'll get to get the version that's missing. Because
Well,
from what
she overtalks people though, Malik.
but Brenda, I'm not saying on what she does.
Okay,
I'm
right.
just
Okay.
because
Okay.
that's the piece, that's the name that's running, but who hasn't said anything?
Mm.
It's
And
like
listen.
yesterday. It's
Go
like
ahead.
yesterday.
Go ahead.
We're in Lemon's chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole beef, the curse out was between Lemon cursed me out. He didn't curse Envy or Binary out. He cursed me out. They tried to make it seem like he cussed the whole, if you want to call it, council out. And Lemon said, no, me and Malik got into it. And like he does, he's not going to sit here and argue. Nope, not doing that. And then when Brooke was on there, I typed in the chat, Lemon, I'm good. That shit happened yesterday. It's done in my book. Like I've always said. But they tried to, the chat, everybody tried to make it seem like Lemon, he didn't cuss. The curse out, the kerfuffle, if you want to call it, was between him and I. I got to pause that, bro. But again, it wasn't that serious. But again, the narrative, when it's between two people, they spin it. And the issue is not between Envy and Lemon. Envy don't like how Mika said whatever she said. I mean, pardon me. Let me take Mika out. I think Sharika on that particular situation in regards to a chat or some type of conversation they were having.
Yeah.
But again, as much as you want to get the story, Envy not going to sit and yell back and forth with Lemon.
No, Envy very rarely will go back and forth with a woman. He doesn't really like to do that. And I respect that about him. But what I'm saying is that I don't foresee. Okay, so maybe if Lemon wanted to have a platform where he would let Beans come up first, give her side, and then have Sharika come up and give her side because they both overtalk each other. Because they get very passionate, they get very heated up, and they will. I'm telling you, I don't think that they both have the control to mute themselves enough when each other talking, because they get too pissed off. Because they be like, "Oh, you're lying, you're lying, no, you're lying." Like I can't, and we be in the. I like I just. I mean, I think that a lot of people do want to hear Beans' side, and I understand it because she's a big part of this. But Beans would have to be up there by herself.
So
They
now,
couldn't be.
with that
Mhm.
being said, I guess maybe one day we could hope for that. But if you really look at it, most people that overtalk, they're over talking because they think they're right. And I'm not necessarily saying for this scenario, but if
No,
you
I
get
agree. I agree. I agree, but here's the thing is nobody would be able to hear that you're right because y'all talking over each other. Who can hear it? Even if you are right, the discipline in holding your peace until it's your turn to talk speaks volumes. Because people really want to hear both sides. Because honestly, a lot of us are like, we don't really care. We don't care about this discord. We wish y'all would try to at least get along. A little kerfuffle is gonna happen there again because you're dealing with a lot of different personalities. There's no way that I believe that there's going to be a Discord without disagreements because it's a bunch of different women with various personalities in one place together. So we understand that. But that Discord is chaos. And then Sharika was on the panel yesterday talking about throwing two peas down the flight
Okay, I got a
down a
question.
flight of stairs. What the
Got a question.
hell? Go
Got a
ahead.
question to the panel,
Hmm.
basically. Okay, if this is the same people, right,
Yes.
and they interact. Okay, before Discord, right? You got the same group of
Hmm.
people, and
Correct.
just assuming they was all cool, right? So, what is going on Discord that the same group of people that's cool on YouTube go over there, fall the fuck back, fall the fuck out, and the reason we know about now think about it. Of course, it's going to bleed back over here because you got a bunch of motherfuckers. Somebody's gonna tell somebody. Worst case scenario. Not to mention the
Hmm.
fact that they're bringing this shit back. So I guess my question is, what's going on over in Discord that's making people fall out over there who's cool over here?
because the purpose of the Discord is for let's just say us right here on this panel, we get along. So when we in Discord, the Discord conversation is supposed to stay there because it's us kumbaya, us shooting the shit. However, when they get into their Discord, everybody is trying to prove that they are loyal, and that in that process, everything
Boom.
becomes disrespectful.
Let's go, Malik.
Yep,
It
go ahead,
it
go ahead,
is it
because
is
I don't
about
need it.
being. I
Yep,
feel like honestly, and please, ladies, don't get mad. I've said this before, and this is where the cult like mentality comes in, right? Everybody's trying to be the number one loyal one, all eyes on like remember I said before, it's like, hey, Lemon, look at me, look at me, no, look at me, no, look at me. I really started feeling that when this competition came up and he was trying to do the judges. That's when I peeked in and I was like, something's a little off, something's going on over here with the ladies. Like, why, what is this behavior? And I kind of caught it then. So Malik, you're right on the head. You're right on
exactly.
the head with what I've been feeling. Like everybody's trying to kind of like, no, no, Lemon, look at me. And I was getting ready to say that Malik before you said it. This all points back to limit. And not, I'm saying point back to limit because limit is responsible, but a lot of the chaos and disruption is because everybody's trying to be the number one loyal one. So Malik, I think you hit that on the head.
And now here we are, three different people who we only communicate with on panels. And Shaquille must be away and shit. He going to get some churches and shit. But yeah, the
He
fact that we
needed to
all
suck up that alcohol, Pete. He was
exactly.
out there. He been drinking. He
Oh,
been
that's right.
drinking.
That's right. I think his sister's birthday was yesterday. Tell sis happy birthday. But
No, she
yeah,
was celebrating being an RN. That baby is a registered nurse.
exactly. So shout out to her. But to say it in a different way, just from outward appearance, and like I said, this ain't no disrespect, but perception is everything. Might be wrong, but my perception is, like you say, that it's like they jockeying for position, and it ain't like a bunch of people who it ain't the appearance of a bunch of people who just want to carry they their social media ship beyond YouTube. It's like everybody got a personal agenda, and it's to be that number one. And it's like they jockeying for position. And it's like, as a woman, it ain't not look, ain't nothing, ain't no fight dirtier than a woman jockeying for a position with a fucking dude. Whatever they want that position to be, you know what I
Wait,
mean? Go
where's
ahead.
Hood and Tony in them at? Do we not see that happening actively right now in the movie sector? Baby, and let me tell you, it never ends well.
It never
So
ends
It
well.
it never ends well.
I'm gonna double down. Um, Ghetto, my OG taught me that. He taught me this one thing, and I still live by. He was like, "Yo, ain't no love in disrespect. Ain't no." However, people don't realize that you can take respect from state to state, country to country, and never have an issue. Tell me if you
That's
can
so.
take. Go ahead, brother.
Well,
Brother,
let me.
what you was gonna say?
I'm
Um,
agreeing with Soul. That's absolutely correct. So I agree. Everybody wants their part in the soap opera. Yeah.
Right, but you can't take loyalty across the street.
and this ain't no shot. This is just an observation, right? I want
You get
all
to
the
have your observations over here.
okay, and I want all ladies who are involved in this Discord gate to hear what I'm saying. This ain't no shot. It's just really a good business move, right? It behooves Lemon not to intervene and keep this shit going because the drama that's created in Discord is creates a nonstop content river for this nigga over on YouTube.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
disagree
damn.
too.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. Well, tell me, because maybe I ain't been around enough, or I really don't know
Look,
what's going on. So I'm
now,
gonna go on mute, and y'all school me.
here's if you pay it. Well, if you saw I think it was the live me and Lemon got into it. I said to Lemon in the super chat, I said, Lemon,
Hey, let me interrupt you to say one thing. That was fucked up. Like I dropped the mic for that pause and think y'all was gonna be like, damn, you was both y'all had be like, nah, nigga, I disagree. You were wrong and
but
shit.
but your
God,
opinion is
damn.
your opinion is valued because maybe after hearing what I say, you will have some rebuttal, and we
Okay,
might have a we might agree with what you say. So let's talk
that shit
about it,
was
baby.
that shit was funny though. I
Yeah.
was like, huh. I just nigga just dropped the mic. I went on mute and everything. He was like, nah, I disagree. But go
yeah.
ahead, go
Go ahead, Malik.
ahead,
So so when it comes down to what you were saying about the Discord will be ongoing commentary or whatever for him over here, no. Lemon, if he stays out of his own way, like I said in that super chat, Lemon, you have to stay out of your own way because you self sabotage your success. That's the key to Lemon ever being successful. Him not getting in the midst of that discord thing, because the moment he does pee, you have to be mindful that they're mostly women in there. It's gonna seem like he's siding and attacking women.
Yep.
Cause see, this is the thing, Pete, and I want you to always remember this. And this is not enough. Just listen to the message. You know how when you walking down the street and you see a man and a woman getting into a situation, and you jump in, and the authorities happen to get there, but you trying to break it up. You ever notice that the couple now want to point to you?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So now, and then
Now you the problem.
Right. Now then, if you don't say something, right, the streets is like, what kind of man is you? You watched another man in his wife, and you sitting there like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. But then if you think about it, sometimes it's best you just gonna have to be damned because you're not gonna win either way. So the moment he jumped.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you? Because it sounded like you saying what I said, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I'm saying that for him to get in will kill his YouTube thing. Because
that's what I said. No. That's what I said.
You said it's gonna keep him with traction over here.
Well, no. I mean, did you? Okay, go ahead.
It's not gonna keep him with traction. Now you gotta remember, despite them being LGBTQ, whatever, all through, the beef sector is still women. You know, no matter what the woman is in their personal life, they women, they won't bind together. They gonna get you smooth off the paint.
Okay, so are you saying that he should or he should not intervene?
He should keep his mouth shut the fuck up.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you were saying? Okay. Because my thing is that, let me say this really quickly, right? Those, the kerfuffles those women are having in that Discord has nothing to do with living.
Right. This is what I,
right. Go ahead, Pete.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brenda. Go ahead.
No, because what I'm saying is that it only becomes content because those women are making this content.
Right. I think y'all didn't hear what I said. Like
okay,
what I said was,
go ahead.
What I said was, it would behoove, like from a business standpoint, meaning YouTube content, it would behoove him not to intervene.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you said something else.
Okay, so can I drop my mic then? Can I drop my mic?
No, you ain't gotta
drop that motherfucker.
You ain't gotta drop it. We gonna support you in that, Pete. Hey,
no.
Give a round of applause right there. Let's give Pete.
Yeah. Drop that motherfucker, Pete.
No, but actually what I said was, like, it would behoove him not to intervene because the drama that they're creating is a nonstop content fountain for him over here.
Oh, okay. So let me say this, right?
No. See, again, Pete, you're saying he's eating off of it, right?
Huh?
You're saying content fountain, like he can keep eating off of bringing it back on YouTube, right?
He's not bringing it back on YouTube. They bring it back.
They are absolutely.
Okay, so
they are.
Brenda, I'm trying to get Peter to explain how is it a non-stop fountain for Lemon over here? Are you saying fountain meaning what? You're using the word fountain in this sense for what? Content,
commentary, drama.
Yeah.
Like
that's
all his panel. I can, and this ain't no diss. It's gonna sound like it, but I compare his shit to Overnight at White Castles. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit else. There's nothing else open. There's nowhere else to go. So if you're hungry, that's where you're gonna go. So when you go into White Castles overnight, you're gonna see the motherfuckers drinking, get a cup of coffee to sit there all night. Motherfuckers coming from the club. No, I'm talking about his channel, his panel.
So Pete, I get what you're saying now. These folks don't know about White Castle. So now, however,
I do. What are you talking about? I live in New York City. I actually know about White Castle.
I got White Castle here too.
Oh
Right. So
damn,
now,
See, I
damn,
don't know
Shotgun,
why.
you scared the shit out of me, nigga.
I don't know. Shakim, I don't know why Malik think he has the whole monopoly on White Castle over there.
okay, well, Brenda, in New York, it's called White Castle. Down here in B-More, they were called Little White Tavern. However, you don't
What?
have them here anymore. Do you still have White Castle in New York?
We sure do.
Now watch this. You do know I can go into Giant and buy the same burger.
Me too. I can go to the grocery store and buy them too.
So now what
Yeah.
I'm saying to P is you don't need the brick and mortar to get the same thing that's in the grocery store. So
It's not
for Lemon to keep bringing it over
the same.
here, at
Mhm.
some point it's going to become catastrophic because they're going to get tired of it. Then it's going to become he's just watching women go back and forth with each other. Just think about it, P. It's all women.
I mean, so far it's a
Because let
winning.
me tell you what, P. Now I'm
It's a
going to
winning.
drop one on you.
Go
All
ahead.
Bizarro got to do is say, Lemon, how long you going to keep watching them ladies fight, man?
So what's he
Man, look,
supposed? What's he
look,
supposed to do?
But no,
look.
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying, though, Brenda. Lemon can't do nothing. But the fact, because Pizza said, Lemon keep letting them women fight. Every night over. See,
See,
see what I'm
I gotta,
saying? See,
I gotta
see
disagree
how
with
what
you. Go
started
ahead.
as a fountain going to turn straight around and kick you in the caboose?
Okay, that might happen, but as of right now, it's it's Niagara Falls for this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
So
I
that's
agree, but you know what though? I may disagree with you with Pizarro because if if they listened to reason, they wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. They ain't listening to to a motherfucking thing nobody says because they got an agenda.
right, Jennifer. And that's the thing. What I said earlier, and I don't know if you were here, Pete. I
Mhm.
said that eventually they're going to force Lemon's hand to get in the
Right.
middle. And when he does, Lemon is going to go live and he's going to curse everybody the fuck out.
And it
He
might
is.
be sooner than later. It might be sooner
Yes.
than later.
He's
For real.
waiting for this competition to be over. And that man is going to exhale and he's going to call everybody a bunch of bitches. And I'm not sure that I blame him
So
because
now,
imagine having to deal with a bunch of cackling, just aggressive, just arguing. Most of the time, women don't know where it started, where it ended, and he's gonna. I said it yesterday. Women, there's gonna be a moment where the rubber meets the road, and he just gonna unload. Like I'm sick of this shit.
so now,
Y'all have
Brenda,
a what?
you know that, right? At that point,
Mhm. Mhm.
when he explode like that,
Uh-huh.
as they say on Instagram, at this point, he knew he done fucked up.
Yeah. Oh well.
So now,
But you know what?
that's what I'm saying to you. If he just doesn't give it any attention, eventually it's going to blow one way or another. However, it won't because of the direction he pushed it. That's what I'm saying. He just got to keep his hands up. Like, see my hands? I ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Because
Well,
it's going to
But
have, it's
okay,
going
but he can only be but so detached. You understand what I mean? It's this fucking discord, Malik.
well, see, at this point, it's not because Mika got one, Beans got Beans and Corn. Now everybody else got discourse.
The
So it's
the the bounty, the majority of where this is happening is in his discord because that's where everybody is. Everybody's not in Mika's discord,
so now
right?
again, if everybody not in Mika Discord, that's how you got the dissension because you got different sects. So now you don't know what's being said. So you got Discord going against that Discord going that Discord, and according to Lemon, he don't even be in the chat like that. He be in the lounge. So again, Brenda, he gotta hold his hands up.
Well, you know what I see happening to him too
Okay,
is
hold on. Kim, do you agree?
Right? Because Ghetto saying Lemon Bailey is Indian, and he's been saying that.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said so Ghetto, do you agree that Lemon gotta keep his hands up in the air and say nothing? If you saying I'm wrong, okay, I can accept that. But I'm just saying at this point, because he created Discord, now you got you got different sections of Discord, and if his thing is the lounge, he don't know what's going on behind door number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gotta hold his hands up.
Okay,
Right.
let me meet you halfway with that, Malik. Right? Um, I can agree with. Okay, let's say we agree that he don't need to say shit. Right? What the nigga do need to do is uh learn how to deal with the situation when it comes to him, like with Queen Pisces, because that shit, like, and that for real is the first domino because people um tend to, I won't say copycat, but that's the best word I could use. Number one, number two, she gave everybody the blueprint on how to get back at this nigga because you got to think she can't be the only one that's really pissed off, for real. When especially when he went on his bitch spree for the past couple weeks and shit. And then when his every
Who
time,
who went who went on the big spree?
oh, Lemon, when he was just snapping on, when he was just
Oh,
crazy. This nigga just been crazy the last 2 weeks, and then his
I
behavior the
know.
last time his channel went down, and it's
I know
like,
y'all. I know y'all not gonna like it, but I be so entertained. Anyway, sorry.
oh, that
Y'all
shit
know
was
I'm
hey, the last
I be so tickled, and I know people think I'm a little off, but I be thoroughly tickled. Why?
the last 2 weeks of this nigga acting a fool has really like got me not mad at him no more for real because he was just crashing out so
I
the
be
fuck.
so tickled when Lemon be crashing out.
It
When he
was
be
so
on his little rants at cursing people out. I just, oh Lord. They come up on the panel, he don't even know what they want. He be like, what
what
what is
what
happening?
what?
Me too, Hood. I'm here for the Michael Jackson content.
But check this shit
Absolutely.
out.
They trying to make
So,
that Michael Jackson thing into something so huge. Him and Eli, I am entertained, baby.
so
I
let me let
yeah.
me let me piggyback on what P was saying.
Okay.
Um, in regards to the Queen Pisces thing,
Oh my
I,
God.
I think that whole thing really started to go left when he kind of making it like he wanted her to be the judge, kind of like putting pressure on her.
Mhm.
Because I think beforehand she said something to the effect of she would do it just like for S&G purposes because she likes a contest. Then I think he threw the money in and she was like she would do it for free. And then I think she wanted to know like who all would be involved. And then I think she said something to the effect of she had to check her schedule. And then Lemon was like, well, you check your schedule, get back to me. I think she kind of may have felt pressured because he ain't want to hear her necessarily say no and wait till she
Honestly, go ahead, Malik.
then and then when it came to the end part, I was kind of confused on that. But at the same time, I think she said, I just had to get my lick back, so to speak.
BTS trapped out. Good morning, honey.
At
So
one,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
That's exactly what she said. I was there, Marie. She did say that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there a situation that went down when her and Dragons got into it on Lemon's panel, and at that point she was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to be a judge. Fuck
It
it."
annoyed me very much. I was there
Yes.
Did
for that.
now
I was
now
very annoyed.
after that did she change her mind and be a judge
Yes,
again? Oh,
yes, yes. And that's the part that annoyed me. Because I kept on saying, here's where I think that they pull on lemon strings, right?
that might be when the play started when she
Right.
was
Like,
okay. I'm gonna be the
like,
judge.
like, I'm a judge. I'm not a judge. I am a judge. I'm not a judge. If so and so's a judge, I'm not going to be a judge. Like, oh my God. Cut it the fuck out. Like, let's be adults. It's for one day or a couple hours. You can stomach dragons if you want to be in it. Now I know that dragons can be very annoying, right? But that back and forth with I'm a judge, I'm not gonna be a
No,
judge, I'm gonna be a judge. I was sitting there like it was like trying to make women make a power move. And I didn't respect that, right? Because I felt like at some point you're trying to force women's hand to want to remove dragons from the competition because you don't get along with her. And my thing was, either you're going to be in a competition or you aren't. You see what I mean? Like that was so like it was a lot of like high school energy to me, and that's when I was like, listen, get the what the
And this is the craziest thing to me. Like,
my goodness.
and this is just my opinion, my observation. This ain't meant to be. Don't take this personally, ladies, but there also seems to be a element of sexual attraction towards women because, like, women normal. You're a woman, Brenda.
Well,
You
we
know,
just said that, Pete. We
uh,
just said that everybody wants to be number one in the loyalty book. Everybody's trying to be seen, and they probably would get offended by this. But I think if we're honest, it doesn't make sense any other way
don't make sense.
what they're trying to do because why it's so many power plays. Okay, yesterday, right? And Beans has done this before, and I pointed this out on my live. That time there was an argument going on the panel, and I don't know if you remember this, Tony. And Beans was trying to get Lemon to drop somebody off the panel. I forgot who it was that day. I did go live and talk about it. And I'm thinking to myself, why would Lemon drop somebody off the panel? Like it's this dynamic that some of these ladies create with him. And I think Sharika did that yesterday too. Was like, drop them, Lemon, drop them. And I'm like, why do y'all do that? Like, is it trying to see like how much power you have? Because why does Lemon need to drop anybody off of a panel for you? And I'm not talking about this was not with TG because TG should have been the hell of a panel. TG was getting on my nerve, and I like TG. I do. I fuck with her. But there was somebody else, and she wanted Lemon to drop him, and I'd be like, I see these power plays come into effect now. Now
And
they
you know,
want Lemon. Yeah, go
thing.
ahead, Pete.
I'm gonna say it's a woman thing. You know how y'all do, and if he do it, she would have just been, if you could see her, she would have been sitting there in her crib like, you know what I mean? Like just that's a woman move, and they using Lemon as a chess piece for real.
Yeah, because it's like, who's going to be the person that sits next to the teacher?
Hmm.
Because remember that desk that the teacher would have right next to him, and you be the teacher's pet for the day and all that kind of stuff. Listen, lady, I'm not trying to belittle y'all, but I'm just trying to create like a visual or an analogy of but I've called this out. Do y'all remember I had that live talking about cult-like mentality? That was the day that I really started bringing up certain stuff that I started seeing over there. I was like, it's getting a little weird. Actually, I brought it up on Ben's panel first. I was over there and I was like, Benz, I got to call this out. Some weird stuff is going on over there. And I started seeing a dynamic change. Like, y'all want to try to force him his hand to see like if he'll make certain moves because you want them. And I'm with Soul. It's a talent show. You know what I mean? Is it that serious? It's 3 hours. Suck it up. Y'all can get along on the panel for a couple hours. If you get annoyed, oh well, you'll be all right. It won't be the first or the last time you'll be annoyed in your life.
Mm,
But when that silly stuff start coming up about, oh, I'm not going to be in the competition. Oh yes, I'm going to be in the competition. Like, oh my God, be quiet. You've never been in situations where you've been annoyed. I get annoyed live at work, on the train, where people are lying at grocery stores. Okay, yeah, you're going to be fine. But that jollying back and forth because I felt like when Queen Pisces was saying I'm not going to be a judge, it was her trying to force Lemon's hands to make a change, and I
exactly.
didn't re- and I didn't respect that.
As a
Yeah,
matter of fact, I did Lemon make a change because I remember that night vividly. Did he make a
not then, not
okay?
then, but recently dragons did got thrown out. Everybody's getting thrown out of discourse, out of
Man,
competitions, baby. They get put out. Remember Jazzy Jeff over at
did
Fresh Prince of Bel Air, baby? They get tossed out onto the front
on
porch.
the keister, man. This shit is going to be wild.
Facts. Facts.
This shit is going to be wild. But I have never seen like women who don't want a nigga pursue a motherfucker like this. If it ain't no sexuality involved, like
Yep.
I can't explain it. Like other than that, like it's the energy. Cause they be pissed the fuck off. And I'm just like, where is this shit coming from?
There's a lot of aggressive energy over there yesterday. A lot of Energizer Buddy. A lot of I don't know how they do it because I need peace at certain points, and I don't know, like staying at this board and Sour Patch. Hi, Pumpkin. I was talking about you. Red Bull, baby. I was talking about yesterday. Now I understand what Sour Patch is saying. Also, that panel. I didn't really want her up there yesterday. So anybody that uses craft singles better get this. Who the hell uses craft singles? Um, Child, I don't know. Yep, Sour Patch. I'll talk about it. Oh, baby, it's a mess in there. It's a messy, messy mess.
And at
And I
one
was,
point,
I didn't bring up the thing with Sour Patch and Queen Pisces because that's what the real issue was recently. The reason why she got taken out of the competition is because she was making comments about Sour Patch's looks,
mhm.
which I didn't think was cool. I don't know
and then
why women.
and
Go
then
ahead.
said Lemon said something and he actually didn't, right?
Right. And Lemon got really upset about it. Then they were saying it was a play. And then Queen here's I think what was the worst part for me. Queen Pisces behavior after it came out when she said that she did it to get her lick back was so off putting. Sour Patch, can you tell me that Queen Pisces ever apologized to you? Well, I guess she would, because she don't like Sour Patch. Never mind. How do you answer my question?
To piggyback off your, you know what I'm saying, comment, like I flex with Queen Pisces. And it just was for me, it was just the cold blooded honesty. You know what I mean? Like, and that's some woman shit for real, for real. Like, I, I that's
But
what y'all.
what do you feel about her doing that? Like, why did she? Do you think she could have handled it a different way?
Well, I mean, okay, playing devil's advocate. Just I ain't speaking
Okay, let's
for
go.
her,
Let's go.
but based on what she said, right?
Okay. But Sour
If
Patch said she did apologize. So
if
that's
if that's good. That's good.
that is good.
I'm glad she did. Okay, if and her argument was like, nigga, like you kept calling me a bitch, and I told you to stop, and you wouldn't. Okay,
Correct. Right.
and then you're not, you don't make yourself approachable for somebody to, then after that, she was like, I tried to tell you know what I mean? It was just like, woo, woo, woo. So at a certain point, as a woman too, like, and like she said, like, nigga, you ain't gonna call me too many bitches up in this motherfucker. For real, for real.
Mhm.
So it's like, if he
Hi,
was
Jamel. Go ahead. I'm sorry, honey.
available for conversations,
Hmm.
it would have been avoided because for real,
Hmm.
it sounded like she just wanted an apology for real, for real.
Right. And I get that. Now, P, I will say that. I get that she felt away.
Hmm.
And I'm also going to say this, right? Because I'm an adult. We can't tell people how to get their lick back. Shakim has taught us that, okay? Because he went on a striking spree, bitches. Okay? We can't tell
And I
people how, we can't tell people how to get our lick back. I don't always agree with how people do it. But to make somebody who had nothing to do with it a casualty of war, that I didn't get. That I think is the part that confused me. Now, if she did like, okay, get your lick back, right? So when
Right,
Shakim struck Lemon channel, like, okay, like shit, he hit Lemon, boom. It affected us only by indirect because he wasn't going live on that page, right? But he hit Lemon directly, okay? I told Shakim, I wish he wouldn't have done that. I can't tell Shakim what to
had
do.
to
He's a
hit the
grown
pocket.
man,
I had to hit the
right.
right?
pocket since they
He hit
told
Now,
me
him,
to do it.
but
Something
to
until I
bring
figured out how
Sour
to get my
Patch
lick
in
back.
it. Wait, let me see what Gemini saying. I hope you didn't take Queen's apology serious. Queen was the ooh. Gemini said that the apology was insincere. Bitch. Oh,
and
oh.
here's the thing: I'm not justifying it because it was fucked up. I was just trying to put it like where her mindset may have been. But yeah,
I get it.
she could have ran a solo play. She didn't have to involve like
Right,
she didn't have to involve Sour Patch. Or she could have picked somebody else who ain't already going through it right now, like Sour Patch is. But
right. Because Sour Patch is being dragged a little bit. That's why sometimes, like with that situation yesterday, I wish she wouldn't have hit the panel. And people were like, Sour Patch, why are you in this? And I understand she wants to be, she was up there as a friend, and I get it because my friend will get in the dirt with me too. My people fuck with me, right? But I feel like I just didn't want her in something else. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Because she was really only in there trying to be like, hey, don't jump my friend. But it was already enough going up there. And now it's like, okay, something else for them to try to get on Sour Patch for. So in that instance, I didn't want her on the panel. But she, she's sticking up for her friend.
People do what we're gonna do, you know what I mean? But like you say,
Yeah,
it may have been prudent for her to just take this win and just sit back for a minute. Because at the end of the day, no matter how it
facts.
came out, when it came out, no matter how fucked up it was, at the end of the day, at least Queen Pisces was honest enough to lay out the whole shit, which in doing that vindicated Sour Patch. So
Well,
at
they
the
said
end,
she laughed about it. And I was there. She did chuckle, but I wasn't there for when she apologized to Sour Patch. A lot of
right.
people are saying that her apology was insincere, P.
Well, but at the end of the day, an apology is just icing on the cake. Her just admitting that it was a play I brought, I used her, woo woo woo, is that's that's the main point. You know what I'm saying? Like, so an apology would have been extra if it was sincere or not. But at the end of the day, Sour Patch got what she needed to vindicate herself from the situation.
Yeah, sinister. I feel you.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know
So
me. You can't fake apology to me because my
nah.
response will not be. Wait, me. I don't. I would like when I feel like people play it in my face. I feels the way. Why is she apologizing when Lemon really said this shit? What you mean, Hood? When Lemon said no, she was apologizing to Sour Patch because Lemon didn't say those things about Sour Patch.
Oh shit, not Lisa. Lisa.
The doctor lady wanted some get back and she got it that paid. You know what, Sinister? And I haven't negated that. I'm saying that I understand her wanting to get her lick back because we can't tell people how to get their licks back, right? We can't. However, you know, Sour Patch was making collateral damage. Her saying that allows SP to sit in the space comfortably. Without looking like she accepting insults and staying around. Yeah, get Tony, you know what? I understand that. Even if she was insincere in her apology, because baby, I was in Mika's chat when he was sitting on that panel and Queen when I tell y'all Queen Pisces did not give one solitary F. She did not have one solitary F to give. Okay?
Oh, oh, oh. Let me change the subject for a minute.
Oh
Did you,
Lord.
it was a while, but did
Huh?
y'all see the interaction last night with Audio Pulp and Noble? And if so, what are y'all thoughts?
I think Noble needs to go to the doctor and find out why that CPAP machine isn't working.
Did you hear that shit last night?
Now, Tracy, I don't know where you are, but why are you insinuating that Noble only has one good working lung? Let me tell you something.
It sounded like it.
Noble,
I'm just
Noble was getting ready to get tossed off that platform at least 50, 11 times because of his heavy breathing. No, Tony, absolutely not. Noble drinks and he doesn't seem to take care of himself. And I put that in the chat. In 2025, I'm warding off, I'm expelling, I'm putting up a cross, I am saying prayers, and I don't want any of you men around me who do not want to invest in their health. Don't come, don't DM me. I don't want no parts of it, okay? Because like what the noble,
it.
noble.
It
You
went from
can barely breathe on that platform.
it.
Remember when Noble cammed up P and he was damn near foaming at the mouth that day?
Mm-mm.
Remember those pictures? Remember those pictures?
Not the side phones. Tell me when the
I
phone with
was
the side.
horrified.
Oh no! Oh no! Looking like you got rabies. Oh
So
Jesus!
it worried me so bad. I came in the chat and I support no one in the chat, and I was like, "Are you okay?" He was like, "I'm fine, Brenda." I'm like, "No, for real." Thank you, K-Cell, baby. It really worried me. Tony, you remember those pictures? I mean, my mind could not wrap around what the fuck I was looking at. He said that's from alcohol. Baby, if alcohol is making you look like that, you need to go take care of yourself. You know? And he's been calling Shakim is up here, that's one of Shakim's nemesis. He wants to meet Shakim at 4 a.m. After work, he wants to come and fight Shakim. Tracy said that your motor skills are off, which means that you are wobbly on your feet and you fall a lot. What what
You know what? What's so crazy was, when you make a sound or you're talking, like I'm doing
Mhm.
now, the audio moves, right? So I'm sitting there looking, and all of a sudden you hear,
Yes, that's exactly what you hear.
and then I'm looking like, and it's his shit moving. It's his bubble. And he was like, "No, that wasn't me. I've been on mute." I'm like, "Oh, come on, bro.
Lies.
He should have
Lies.
dropped
Because
down."
it's
And
only when he hits the panel. That man said that it was his fan. And I'm
man,
not trying to make fun of Noble, but I feel like there's some priorities that are not in line. Do you know that even before I hit this live button, what I force myself to do, I make sure that I have drunk some water in the morning to wake my body up. I make sure that any vitamins, any pills, anything that I need to take before I hit a motherfucking live button, that I put them in my system, right? Because health is wealth. Without your health, there is no YouTube, there is no a job. The most important thing that you have to do every day, right, outside of your family, you don't get to do. And
mhm,
that man with his breathing issues is still drinking.
man,
No,
and I don't want him to think I'm taking no shots because I ain't never had no interactions with him. But
mm-hmm.
as a 56-year-old nigga, like I know the importance now of one choosing your battles, how to approach the situation. His shit went from bad to worse. All right, it went from him sounding like the space shuttle was decompressing to that statement that he made about audio, and I was like, nah, bro, you just went from bad to worse, bro. You got to drop. You got to
What is it, P, though, with Noble wanting to fight these young men? Why does
well
he do that?
look. I ain't gonna sit up here and judge the nigga, with Shakim sitting up here, who knows my history on here. And a lot of times, like I never, for my first couple years, I never really even considered how old the nigga was that
As
retaliated.
elderly abuse.
And then I think really my turning point, Shakim, you remember this? You was doing a live on Flacco one night, right? And one of Flacco's fans tapped the link. You remember that shit?
Yeah, yep, I remember that.
So dudes start going back and forth, we just talking shit. So I start going back and forth with this nigga. Then, you know, at one point he started going back and forth with Shakim, and then the nigga said, "This nigga was young as fuck." Shakim like what, 21, 22. I was like, "Oh hell no, nigga, that's how old you are." And from that point, I really started paying attention to how old these niggas are, and it's fucked up because people don't really look at who started what. All they look at is an old nigga is going at it with a young nigga. So it's almost a no-win situation. You damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I don't think Noble is gonna do shit. I'm not worried about Noble when I walk outside. I'm not worried about Count Crackula at all.
Only thing you have to do is trip him, check
Oh,
him.
that's right.
You got
Yeah,
He's in
that's it. All I have to do is blow, let the wind blow his ass down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting my hands and feet on skeleton and shit, but Noble not the only person that don't need to be drinking. I could go down a whole list of motherfuckers Like I don't know what's going on. The drunks come out at night though. I will say that. Let's go.
And the freaks do too. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, which
Hello, darling.
on a side note, bro, I'm glad you know what I'm saying, like you used to. So yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Oh yeah,
So
shout out to you too. I was in your live when I was at my sister's graduation. They told me I think you wanted me to hit the link. I'm not sure, but
oh
yeah.
yeah. I've been wanting to talk to you about something. Um, let me
Talk about it.
let me put something in the back chat for you, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Real- But yeah, bro, that turned out to be a real good live, bro. You know, and I had nothing planned. You feel me? Other than the audio check, but you know what I'm saying. What do you think about that conversation with grown man?
Oh, I didn't see it. Was it on
Oh,
your channel?
yeah.
Okay, that must have been after I left because when I checked into your live, you did the audio check, then you was playing a song, and then when I checked back in, you was playing another song. So that must be all the way towards the end. I'm guessing.
Okay, because I figure about when you left, because you stopped responding and shit. So yeah, it was after that. It was after that. I appreciate you
Oh, I
checking
will
in
definitely
on
watch
the
it. I
road
will
and shit.
definitely watch it and give you my opinion on it, though. You already know
Okay,
that.
that's what's up. Phil, hey, and I know I didn't mean I didn't have to tell you this, but for the record, like anything that you ever find like commentary worthy in my content, you have our permission to use it, bro.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Yep, I appreciate that. Yep, because I may need a clip or two or three or four. So, yeah, I'm surprised. So he clicked your link yesterday, and y'all had a conversation.
Actually,
Wow, I'm very surprised
a-
about that.
actually, actually, I had seen him in a whose chat was I in? Whose chat was I in? Reed. I think I was in Reed's chat, and he greeted me and shit. So I was like, next time I do a live, I want you to hit the link. So I actually initiated. It wasn't just no random shit.
Oh, okay, got you, got you. Interesting, very interesting stuff going on. You know, shit that I never thought would happen is happening right now. Yeah, so
Man,
yeah, I will watch that.
bruh. Like,
Mhm.
not to really get into it because it ain't really related, but it's crazy to see Kip like openly just rocking with AAS like this. I never thought I'd ever see the day, bro.
Well, one thing about it, a motherfucker gonna find a home regardless, whether it's under the bridge, on the freeway, behind the bus stop, in the back alley. You know what I'm saying? In the Detroit projects,
Oh, you
motherfucker
got
that's
hey,
looking for a house is gonna find one, no matter what condition it's in. Go ahead.
you got to uh go look at my live. As a matter of fact, on my community wall, look at that link to that short that I got a link to on my community wall. It's called something like man goes viral, some shit like or this goes viral, and it's like girlfriend pushes car while boyfriend enjoys the ride.
What? Bye, Brink. Good morning, baby.
Okay,
Oh, he's
yep, I'm
dope.
looking at it right now.
He's all right. Oh,
You see that message, Shakim? What I
yeah.
wrote?
You said it's on your community wall.
Yeah, it's a short.
Let me see.
You see it?
Not that one. I see the other stuff, but I don't see that particular short.
Scroll down.
Um, yeah, I'm still scrolling.
Oh, you don't see it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, is
When
Tony
did
still in
when did
here?
you share
Hmm.
Tony, Mean Mug was on Lemon's panel last night. Tony, wait, who's in it? Stacy Hood.
it?
Why was Mean Mug on Lemon's panel last night acting a fucking fool for ZX? Now, Mean Mug, when did you start? I'm so disappointed. I seen Mean Mug in a month of Sundays because Buddy is not coming live as much anymore. Girl, Mean Mug was over there acting the fucking fool. And I was like, Lemon, can you ask him? Yeah, but yeah, Hood. I said, yes, Tony. And I said, wait, yeah, Jennifer. I was there too when he dropped him. Jennifer. I was so embarrassed. I said, he knows me too, because Ghetto was in there too. He was like, yeah, that's my people. I was like, Lemon, he knows me. I said, can you please ask me, Mug, if he's drunk? Because we know, Tony, y'all, we know a tipsy Mean Mug, a drunk Mean Mug will turn into a whole different person, okay? Um, and he was up there giving all types of reasons why he didn't like Lemon, calling him all kind of yags, and it was crazy. And he was over there by way of ZX. Like as if ZX first of all, ZX came over there multiple times when it was like ZX, why didn't you get panels when it has nothing to do with you? It was so awkward. And Lemon wouldn't let him up, right? And then here comes, yes, and then here comes Mean Mug going off as a representative or whatever for ZX. I was like, oh, Mean Mug, what the fuck do you got going on?
What the fuck do all of them got going on? Because glitter boots be over there morning, afternoon, and evening. P, are you
That
talking about the shirt that's about Pillsbury? You said Pillsbury Drive. I found one for you. Thank me later.
No. Uh, the next one down. Highway breakdown gone viral.
Okay. Yeah.
You see that?
Okay, I see
You
it.
see it?
Oh my god.
yes,
I want you to look at it real quick. It's only 45 seconds. I want you while we're here. I want you to look at it and tell me does anything stand out? I'm sorry to bore y'all.
no, you good.
What's going
You
on,
was
Viper?
over.
How you doing?
There goes my vibrant baby. Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Yo, I told y'all to keep me honest at 1 hour. 3 hours and 11 minutes later. We had a good time though. We got to chop it up and pop our shit. I don't know. I thought somebody
Hood,
said they saw Henny Wise just recently.
Hood read my mind. I was thinking that when I was in the chat earlier, like, man, where the fuck is Pennywise?
Yeah, you've been around. People getting into their lives and
True.
things are changing. This has been a good year. Depending on what happens over the next few weeks, I probably will be live a lot less too because my career is
Okay.
ramping up and I'm
Auntie,
so excited.
say Auntie.
Yeah, you saw her over there. Okay.
Okay. Shakim
Yeah.
must be watching that shit.
Hmm.
Yo, he said, no, you still finna push. Let's go.
Hey,
I could think of a couple situations that reminds me of, but maybe I should mute because I shouldn't say it. Go ahead.
What?
Shakim, that's Kip's son.
Are you serious?
That's Kip's son.
Oh man, that shit is funny.
Oh, and not that this has anything to do with anything, but
Hey, I'm sorry.
Resto went
Did you
live.
did you read the back chat, Shakim? I'm sorry, brother.
No, you're good. Resto went live about 800 times yesterday. I don't know what he had going on.
You know,
I was like, wow.
Resto kind of growing on me a little bit, man. He's funny, and he ain't trying to be.
I don't know what's happening with him. I said, boy, he must have had a day off because he went live so many times, going live eating. Look at Stacey eating, and I said, oh, well, yeah, Resto.
Arresto was over there, making clay pots and shit. I don't know what he was doing. That shit reminded me of arts and crafts.
He was
So
doing
yeah,
a
Arresto
whole
was
lot of
smart.
nuts. He was doing so many very like random lives yesterday. I came, I was like, God, is he live again? What is he doing? Yeah, I'm subbed. I forgot I was subbed to him because I'll be paying attention sometimes what people got going on. But it was very odd, y'all. But let me not say it's odd because that's what he likes to do wherever he lives. Because ain't he international? Because when he went live, it was dark here, but it was light wherever he was. So,
Yeah, he's in South Korea.
oh, okay.
Not restroom is another weirdo. Well, damn.
I said restroom.
Not
Come
restroom,
on.
not
Rest,
restroom.
grow.
Oh
Boy,
man.
they don't care for him. And that's okay. But y'all, let me get ready to get out of here. I had an amazing time with y'all. Shakim, are you going live later?
I am. I'm going live in like 10, 15 minutes. I just got to take some
I,
notes and I'll come live.
I'll be right over there for that good old commentary, okay? Because if y'all don't,
Check the
okay,
message. I'm sorry.
no,
Sorry,
you're
Brenda.
good, P. Can you say goodbye to me? Just dropping down, Malik.
Damn,
No sort of
No
decorum.
respect, no
this nigga just
couth,
tip
no
like God
manners,
Son
damn.
of
no
a
home training.
bitch.
Came
Who
up here
raised
just
these niggas?
this nigga was
What?
gone in a cloud of dust like
Right.
That nigga got
I,
the fuck on real quick. Like,
Do you see this,
I
guys?
felt like Commissioner
I'm
Gordon
glad
and
y'all
shit.
were here for this. I'm glad y'all were
mhm,
here to see this bullshit. Thank you,
Yeah.
yeah,
Stacy. Jennifer, good to see you. I'm on your tippy top, Malik, wherever I see you. He said
Yeah,
it
he
was
left
great until next, good people. Get your ass out of here,
this
Malik.
nigga right here. He left us like we Commissioner Gordon and shit. This
A
nigga.
regular, look him talking about his Mac will die. You are actively in the chat. Mac
This
will die.
this nigga
I got
right here.
right. Thank you,
Gee.
TC Baby Cakes. I
Great live.
appreciate you.
Great
Right.
always. Bring out the best in me up here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, P, I'm so glad that I can, and I appreciate you and Shakim because I think y'all are some good commentators, and we have a good time together, y'all. So I appreciate it, and I'll be over there cutting up with Shakim. He gonna help me while I pick out my clothes for next week, so I can look like somebody's raised daughter when I go into these offices, y'all, baby.
let's
Woo,
go. County Corporate Monday, all 2025.
right,
Absolutely. Sempre un placer. Always a
right.
pleasure when I'm over here. Always have a good time. You actually help catch me up on some things, fill in a couple blanks. So thanks for
Like
Shakim,
having me, Brenda.
you're bilingual, y'all. Let's give it up for
like
Shakim and his bilingual.
like
Quattrilingual because I speak five more other languages.
Quattro.
Oh yeah, let's go. P salute.
if
I will see you
okay,
in my
so
live. Wagwan
yes,
witches. I say all of that and some more and some more and some more. And yeah, thanks for having me. See y'all later. Peace out.
yeah,
Later.
man. All right, Brenda, I'm out.
Bye, P. Wait, how did P just do that at the end? Did you hear that vibrato? Did y'all hear that? Thank you, friend. Thank you. Y'all think y'all rock with me. Brenda has been on a roll, okay, twice in the weekend, 2 times because I liked it so much yesterday. All right, y'all. I do need to do another shift panel, Stacy. And I think I think what I'm gonna do for this shift the next time, because I want to do some guest speakers again. I think I'm gonna have 2 guest speakers instead of one. We're gonna ramp it up and have a good time. But Stacey, thank you for encouraging me because sometimes this app can be very discouraging, and I have some really good stuff that's trending on TikTok and other places that I do want us to get into dialogue about. So I think that it'll be very interesting. Okay. And thank you, Stacey. I appreciate y'all love and support so much. Listen, y'all, 3 hours and 17 minutes on the clock. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Thank you for visiting Paradise Island. Anything can happen. And it does. Later.